Yes, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV. Just checking that all my settings are right. I feel like it's only been 10 days, but it does feel like it's been a lot longer. Welcome back to each and every one of you. There are games going on right now. At the moment, games that do affect Tottenham Hotspur. At the moment, the Fulham game affects Tottenham. The Man United Bournemouth game affects Tottenham. Chelsea, does the Chelsea game affect Tottenham? I mean, I don't think we're going to be anywhere near Chelsea come the end of the season, but it could do depending on other results today. But listen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. We are here for Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool. And as I've said to people, you can imagine on holiday all week I've been talking to everybody and anybody from all over the world about football. And I've said the same thing. Oh, what's your prediction? I give up. I don't know. I just don't know about this team. I don't know. I mean, I watched the Man United game. It was just like, it's just all a bit of a calamity, isn't it? And yes, we went through and everyone's going mad that we're going to win a cup. I just don't know how anyone thinks this manager's got any idea about tactics. But that's for another day. We'll talk about that a bit later. We might have Stel joining us shortly to be talking some football. Be good to get back to talking about Tottenham Hotspur. And just to keep you updated in other scores today, Leicester City 0, Wolves 3. It's amazing what a new manager can do, a new manager bounce, so to speak. Leicester City 0, Wolves 3. And one of the players who scored for Wolves today, I would be biting your hand off to sign in the summer in terms of Mateus Cunha. I think he's an excellent footballer. Sorry, my hood was all the wrong way there. In the other game, Everton 0, Chelsea 0, Fulham 0, Southampton 0, United 0, Bournemouth 1. So at the moment, little Bournemouth, who apparently have got a better squad than us now. Hey, it is what it is. Welcome to the channel, Stel. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad. Just a morning of family and church and memorials and all sorts. So that's done now. So an afternoon of football, man, and I'm looking forward to it as well. How you doing?
Yeah,
you all right? You back from the holidays? Good holiday?
Yes, lovely holiday. I put the Celtic game on because I needed some sleep. So I put the Celtic game on and had an hour and a half nap through that. And because I've not slept, so I flew through the night. And now we're back. But still, as I was saying to you yesterday, it's always strange where you're in the middle of an airport in the Dominican Republic. I was having a Wendy's. I've never had a Wendy's before. I was having a Wendy's and someone just goes, Savva. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, who's this? He comes over. This guy walks over to me. And he's going, no, you don't know me. I know you. And I'm like, oh, shit. And he went, yeah, big fan of yours and Stel. Anyway, big up Mike Zappa if you're watching. Big up Mike Zappa, who was in the Dominican at the same time as me. And as I said to you, Stel, has a better tan than me, which I was really pissed off about. But Stel, Tottenham Hotspur playing today. Do you even bother trying to predict the scores anymore? What's going on at Tottenham?
It's going to be kamikaze. It's going to be uncontrolled. It's going to be chaotic. We're going to score. They're going to score. Fingers crossed we win. Probably lose, but you never know with Spurs. If anyone's going to beat Liverpool, it'll be us. And then we'll go on and lose to Wolves and Nottingham Forest in the next two games. And that's probably not a bad shout at all. So
yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I was actually speaking to a Spurs fan yesterday in the queue, actually, for my plane. And it was really difficult for me because, you know, when I have these debates online, it's like, this is my job. This is what I do. When somebody has a difference of opinion than me in real life, and I just think, oh, I'm not going to go full YouTube on it. I'm just going to agree. And this guy, not Mike Zappa, by the way, this guy's going to me, oh, but we've got, you know, really exciting manager, really good young squad. And I'm sitting there going, yeah. But still, it doesn't seem to matter what happens. People seem to really like this completely reckless no tactical plan of Tottenham's. People seem to love this. Not everyone, but why? Is it just because it's not defensive? Is that what it is?
I think it's because we're still in the cups. If we crashed out the Carabao Cup, I think people would struggle to say how much they like it or defend it. We're still in Europe, so I think as long as we're in the cups, fans will tolerate it. But I do question how much further down the league table do we have to fall before fans say, hold on, there's actually a big problem. And, you know, if we don't win a trophy and we finish 15th, how can anyone say that was great or enjoy it? So we're on a week by week basis. You know, lose 3 games, leave you out, protest. Ange wasn't backed. Win 3 games. Why are you protesting? Just back Ange. Clearly the tactics work. Look at the players; they're progressing. Then lose another 3. These players aren't good enough. We need better back. It's the most bipolar fan base in the history of the Premier League right now. It's chaotic. The team truly, and the fans are both nuts. It's crazy.
I truly look forward to whether we win, lose, or draw. I know, you know. Look, you're a YouTuber. You know this. You know when you've stepped away from your stream or your watch along, whatever, and then you look about an hour, 2 hours later, and you look at all your comments that have rolled into your show.
Yeah.
And I, you know, before I look at the comment, I look at the name and I go, I know exactly what this is going to say. You know what I mean? There are the people that will go, oh, see, Ange is proving the doubters wrong. Or if we lose, as you say, it will be injury crisis. Like it's almost like people have got a stock answer for whatever result rolls out from Tottenham Hotspur. But look, I mean, it was really strange because we're sitting there beating Man United in a cup quarter final, but somehow it still felt a bit off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, yes, great. We're happy. We've gone through. We're playing Liverpool over 2 legs, but it just didn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's the right direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Because before the game, when we saw the lineups, we were saying, blimey, he's not playing his full strength defense. Why has he changed the goalkeeper? He's not starting Kobe Mainu. Diallo, who won them the Manchester derby, isn't starting.
Yeah.
You kind of fancy Spurs because of the team lineups, despite of our injuries. And Man United just weren't clinical, and you could see it. I thought they were the better team on the day, but we were just far more clinical, much better up front than what they were. But being the kamikaze team we are, we must always play out from the back, even when we don't need to. Even when we've made a mistake and we've conceded a goal, let's keep playing out from the back.
Yeah.
And eventually, you know, we let them back in the game. So you can never feel comfortable with Spurs whilst we continue with these tactics, which will always give teams chances. It will always give them a door back into the game. We don't, 2-0 up, shut shop, just get the win. We're going to keep trying to make it 4-0, 5-0, which is fine if you're defensively solid and the tactics don't expose us, which they do. And that's why you get the Jamie Carragher's coming out saying, this isn't sustainable, this is crazy. And you get the Gary Neville saying, I love watching Spurs, but they can't keep doing this. Well, it's kind of what we've been saying for a year? Now the pundits are saying what we've been saying for a year. But if you win, it's great. If you lose, Ange out. And that's, you know, pick your corner.
Do you know what I found funny this week? I saw his comments still. I did have a little wry smile to myself. His comments about needing senior pros, needing more experience. And these are the same things that fans like you and I have said. We're told by fans like this goes on the street, oh, you're negative, you don't understand, it's a youth project. Now Ange just said it. People are going, see, Ange knows it. We need more senior pro. It just feels like this manager seems to say something different every week still. And I'm at the stage where I don't even think he believes anything he's actually saying now, does he? Because 1 minute, I don't want experience. The next minute, we need more experience. Is this just a guy that's under pressure, talking a lot?
I think he's just a waffler. if I'm honest with you, he's
Yeah.
part of it. He's contracted not to say anything that goes against the club. The other half is, I don't think he fully believes what he says half the time. To say, you can buy experienced players or you can develop them in-house. Okay, so you've chosen to develop them in-house, and then 3 months later you come out and say, we need to bring in some experienced players. Buddy, you're contradicting yourself. But he contradicts himself a lot. Part of me thinks he's just bantering the media. I think he's just taking the mick half the time, and he's not really bothered what the media think or what anyone thinks. He just says what might wind people up or whatever sounds right in the time. Because this is what I've noticed with Ange. If we lose, he's cold, he's miserable, head down, hasn't got anything constructive or positive to say. But if we lose, Savva, 1 minute, I'll be back. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, look, people in the chat, let me know what you think about this, because I'm finding it harder to as I said, I can't relate to the guy. Like, he's one of the managers that's managed Spurs. I can't relate to in any way. And it's because his brand message changes from week to week. And unfortunately, what that means is a lot of the fans' message changes from week to week. And this guy, not a big up, Nicola, I hope you're well, by the way. But like this sums it up. It's My Face has said, great name, by the way. I said, our players go from world class to rubbish and not good enough every other week. And It's My Face. Do you know what? At the beginning of the window and before the season, people like Stell, myself, and there are others as well, were sitting there saying, squad's not good enough. You've not got enough depth. These players aren't good enough. And we're all told, 7 of them get into Arsenal's team. And, Liverpool are going to be rubbish this year. And, they're better than Chelsea's 11. All of a sudden, when it's not working out, it's, but the players aren't good enough. He's not being backed. And it's like, make your mind up. Are the players good enough? Or are they not good enough? Look, let's still want to move to today's game. And big up, by the way, to Mario 2012. I thought you were a member, but maybe you're renewing. Big up to you, Mario. Always been a big supporter of mine. So thank you very much. What I get, just before we move on to today's game, what I get a lot of still is people saying to me things like, you know what, I'm not sure about Ange, but I do really like him. Why? Like, I don't mean as a person, by the way. I'm not talking about somebody's personality. I'm talking about as a manager. I'm not sure about him, but I really like him. What is it that people like? What is it?
I think it's the fact that he's not Conte or Mourinho. He's not Nuno. By the way, the team lineups are out. I think that as a human being, I really like Ange. Like, when he speaks, the way the humbleness and the kindness, I think he's a very, very good man. Okay. As a human being, I reckon he'd be a great guy to have a chat with about life, to have a drink, have a bit of a laugh. I think he comes across like he's that kind of a outgoing, good spirited, positive man. As a manager, I don't like him. And I think you can separate the two. So if I say Ange out, that means I don't like you as a manager. Doesn't mean I dislike you as a person. Whereas a lot of fans, they didn't just dislike Conte's tactics, they hated him as a person as well, for example. So it's like bundling the two together. I think a lot of people really like Ange that much that they're prepared to dismiss the managerial tactical naiveties, the contradictions he does in press conferences, and to mask over the fact we've lost 7 games in the Premier League. Only the relegation bottom 3 have lost more than us. I think they're prepared to forgive all that because he's such a nice, humble, good man in front of the cameras that they so want the tactics to improve, the team to improve, and all these things to be fixed, not because we're seeing evidence of that, but because they like him as a human being. And I think they've conflated the two. And it's almost, they're liking him out of hope, as opposed to, actually, this football makes sense. But there are some fans, Savva, who say we are progressing. There's a lot of fans that think we are going in the right direction, which I don't agree with. But
well, the thing is, factually, we're not. I mean, listen, if you're saying we're in a cup run, fine, we're in a cup run, but so far our cup run's been 3 games. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's not a huge amount, a huge sample size to measure against. Just quickly, we'll come back to this. The 2 teams are out, so I'm sure most of you in the chat have seen it now. But it is the same 11 that started against Man United midweek. It's the same 11. So for anyone that doesn't know, that is Forster in goal, Porro, Dragoshin, Gray, and Spence, who keeps his place above Udogie. Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison, with Kulu, Solanke, and Son. And then the bench is Austin, Reggie, Udogie, Dorrington, Bergval, Ulasesi, Werner, Johnson, and Lancashire. So Tottenham at the moment, you would say what? So at the moment, there's no Bentancur and there's the 2 centre-backs out. Other than that, pretty much everybody's there. I mean, if we could talk about Richarlison if we want to, but I mean, I'd rather not.
De Boer, maybe.
Yeah. A few in there. And the Liverpool lineup is Alisson in goal, a back 4 of Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson, a midfield 2 of Gravenberch and McAllister with Szoboszlai in front of them, and then a front 3 of Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo. And I'll move this into the Liverpool game now. My absolute worry. I said to you the other day.
What's the bench, Savva? What's the bench for Liverpool?
For Liverpool, Liverpool's bench is Jota, Elliott, Endo, Jones, Kelleher, Nunes, Kwanzaa, Stimakas, and Nione.
Yes, I'd say they've probably got better attacking options off the bench than us.
So, yeah, absolutely. But look, my worry is, and for anyone who watched the game the other day, Gary Neville says this every time he commentates on us, that he cannot believe how wide open we are on Pedro Porro's side. And Ange sits there and sees it. You see it still. I see it. The thousands of Spurs fans across the world see it. He never changes it. Luis Diaz is going to be running down that wing today, and Mo Salah down the other wing. I'm not going to lie. Still, I'm scared. I'm truly scared. But my question to you is this: if pundits now in their droves, by the way, this isn't one pundit that's saying it. This is if pundits and commentators alike are now starting to go, Spurs tactically look a shambles. At what point does the manager wake up and do the rest of the fan base wake up and go, yeah, we need to sort this out?
We're not going to. He's going to keep it like this. By the way, people that said, sorry, I have to say this. People that said Spurs are amazing because we went to Man United and won 3-0. Bournemouth are 3-0 up at Man United right now as well.
Yeah.
So can we just acknowledge that Bournemouth are better than Spurs because it's 3-0 at Old Trafford and they beat us as well 1-0. So I just some context. I know people are going to get angry by this, but it's just facts, you know.
Just quickly for some context in that still, Bournemouth are now 5th. So they're in that kind of should get Champions League place. Bournemouth are now 5th. They're 5 points ahead of us. They've only lost 5 games out of their 17 this season, and they've won 8. So they've lost less than us, 1 more than us, but only conceded 2 more. But they've got 5 more points than us. And again, so for anyone that tells me, oh, it's a young squad, oh, but Ange hasn't been backed, look at a job that someone like Iriola's doing with Bournemouth. Like that.
Even Nuno at Forest is fantastic what he's doing.
Absolutely. But do you know what still? And this is, I keep having this row with Ian, and Ian will be on my show later. I keep having this row with Lubo, and he says, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, it does matter who's in. Yes, we know it doesn't matter in the macro and micro. Macro, it doesn't matter who comes in because we're not going to win titles under this ownership.
Yeah.
But micro, I think it does matter who manages the club. I think a coach coaches this team. I think we should be top 4. With this squad, I don't think there's many standout teams in this league still. And if Forest are there, if Bournemouth are there, right, if Fulham are there, we should be above those teams.
Yeah, for me, I just want a manager that can. I've got nothing against Spurs going forward, I've got nothing against Spurs when they attack. I think we could be better in certain games when we're under pressure. I think there's room for improvement, but overall, I think we are going in the right direction going forward. For me, I want a manager that can defend far better than what I'm seeing and who knows how to control a game in key moments of pressurized games when we just look like we've lost the plot. And that's the bit I get frustrated with Ange. You know, one thing a lot of fans say to me is, oh, but still, we are the second top scorers in the league, mate. And I say to them, but what good is that when you're 11th? Yeah, but can't you see attacking wise, we're the best? I'm like, well, no, we're not, because if you break down our goals, we've scored 60% of our goals. 60% of our goals have been scored in 30% of our games, which means 70% of our games we're only scoring 40%. So how can we put that into statistics? On average, for 30% of the season, we're scoring almost 3 goals per game. But for the majority of the season, 70%, we're scoring on average just over a goal a game. So the way that our goals are spread out is very uneven. It's heavily balanced in a small number of games. So you've got a lot of 5-0, 4-0, 4-1s, 4-1s, 4-0s. You've got 5 or 6 games like that. But then the rest, there's 1 goal in it. And we're only scoring 1 goal, maximum 2. So why isn't the attack functioning in the majority of the games? That's why we're 10th. And the reason is because if you look at those games, teams are putting us under a lot of pressure, as in they're pressing aggressively and we refuse to not play it out from the back. And 2, defensively, they drop deeper and they're compact and we don't know how to break that down. So in 70% of those games where this is happening, Ange doesn't change it. And that's what I look at. But if you actually break it down, analyze it, and just try and explain what I've just said, that explains why we're mid-table. But what most fans do is they look at the most simplest thing: goals scored, goals conceded, done. But you can't do that because you're ignoring that we're mid-table. So if goals against are fantastic and if goals scored are brilliant, why are we mid-table?
Something's not right if that's the case, right? If something's not right. Look,
it's the game management, Savva, in 70% of those games, in my opinion.
No, look, I agree with you. And look, that's what I suppose. Big up Mike Zappa. There we go. Big up Mike. It was lovely to meet you yesterday as well.
Top man.
He met me and couldn't stop talking nicely about you. I was like, hang on, mate, I'm here. You know, you're just loving Stell. But big up. On a serious note, Mike, I did walk past you on the plane, by the way, and I thought to myself, I'll go and have a chat. But you were in the land of Nod at about 3 a.m. So listen, I hope you and the missus got home okay. So big up to you. Just quickly, people are asking, Stell. A few people have asked about, do you know how the protest is going? I don't know if you want to talk about that or not. Up to you.
Yeah. So regarding the protests, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have some videos from it later on, which I'll put on my channel. But I'm in favour of the protest, but I'm not participating. And the reason is, I did it for years and years and years, and all I got was abuse, hate, and laughed at. Now this group's come along to resurface it, maybe a different spin on it. I've reached out to them and said, guys, can you come on my channel? Can we speak about it? I want to know more about it, because when this happens and this happens and that happens, and it will, I've been doing it for long enough. I know how this plays out. What's your message? Will you keep protesting if we win 3 or 4 games in a row? What is this protest about? Is it Levy out? Is it ENIC out? Is it change the manager? Is it change the board? I need to understand more, and then I'll throw my weight behind it. I'll back it, and I'll tell everyone that watches Tottenham away to get involved. So far, they haven't come on, and so far they haven't given us time to discuss it further. So until I hear from the horse's mouth exactly what's going on, and for me to just get some feedback on some questions I've got, I'm not getting involved with it until I hear a bit more. So hopefully this week they will be able to do something with us. But I'm not putting myself in that situation again. I'm all for protesting. I'm all for leave out, ENIC out, but I need to know where these guys are really at with it and what their intention is with it. Because I knew what we were about and what we were trying to do. I need to understand this one. And if that's all good, which I hope, there's no reason for it not to be, then I'll be going to the protests and supporting the guys. So that's just my take on it.
No, that's absolutely fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Just a couple of comments. Big up to Dan in the chat. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well, Dan. I'll see you tonight on the Spurs review. Absolutely, Miss Bunny. I completely agree with you. I keep seeing this man's name mentioned for the last couple of years. For me, he's the perfect Spurs player. Take that how you want to take that. That's not me saying I want him. I think he is Marcus Rashford typifies Spurs. Moments of brilliance. Moments of just absolutely being dreadful, goes missing a lot. I think he'd fit in well at White Hart Lane. Couple of comments I wanted to go to quickly. Dave the Gun. I want to answer this and then I'll let you answer it, Stel. Because I've just got one quick thing I want to say. He said, "Cool, Stel, and you are right, but by the same logic, we very rarely get battered. We're talking 1 goal difference normally. So if we can just build a bit with a few transfers and tighten up, then question mark." Stel, I'll hand this over to you. But for me, all I'm going to say is this. Dave the Gun, when people say things like just tighten up a bit and a few tweaks, I don't know how many times this manager has to tell you and show you that he has no interest in tightening up. Stel, I'll let you have a little crack at that. But I just can't understand. The manager tells us, I don't want to tighten up. That's not how I play. But people keep going, oh, when he tweaks it a bit. Well, when? It's been 18 months. When is this tweaking, making us tighter going to occur?
So for me, you're right, Dave the Gun. We rarely get battered. In fact, no one's battered us in terms of scoreline. However, we've been bloody lucky that the teams that have beaten us or drawn against us are terrible in front of goal. Bournemouth could have put 7-8 past us. Bournemouth were awful in front of goal. So yes, we only lost by a goal, but one half decent forward, we're losing by 4 or 5. Galatasaray, same thing. Osimhen, I think, missed about 6 chances himself. Plus they missed some other chances. Galatasaray could have put 7-8 past us. Fulham ran riot on us. Again, these are teams that don't have enough clinical forwards. Palace, we were shocking. And you saw, I thought Palace gave Arsenal a half decent game yesterday, but they've conceded 5. Okay. That's because Arsenal have got far better firepower up front. There's teams that have beaten us this year where if you just look at the scoreline, you say, oh, we only lost by a goal. But if you actually watch the game, we got torn to pieces.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's not just by 1 or 2 players and it sorts itself out. No, that is a tactical change at the back, in the midfield, in possession, out of possession, and especially in transitions. So I don't think it's just a little buy him, done. No, change the way we play in these games because we're not losing by a goal. We're losing by a goal and getting battered. It's as Ian Lubin said after the Bournemouth game, that was a 1-0 battering.
Yeah. Listen, I am going to stop bringing up that Dave the Gun's comments because he's the typical Ange fan where it's the same excuses. Wait till we've got our 11 fit. Injuries. I hate to break it to you, mate. Football is a squad game. We said in the summer, you need a squad. People like you were telling us, nah, Ange is great. He doesn't need this, blah, blah, blah. Greg B, look, I think what we're seeing now is everyone's watched Pep.
Savva, we had our 11 fit when we lost to Newcastle, when we lost to Arsenal, when we drew with Leicester, when we lost to Crystal Palace. We had our full strength squad.
Yep. No, absolutely. And by the way, listen, people like Greg B, I listen, I think it's funny what's happening to City, like everyone else. But I do find it very childish that the manager that's dominated this country for 8 years has a bad 2 to 3 months, and everyone starts going, "Oh, he's rubbish. He's rubbish." I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Every Premier League winning manager, except for Ranieri at Leicester, has been a checkbook manager. How much did Chelsea spend when they won the league? How much did Klopp spend? He spent 150 million on 2 players. Arsenal spent 800 million to come second. Ange, who's mid-table, has spent how much? 350 million. Who isn't a checkbook manager who tries to win the league right now? Other than Leicester City, who is?
Agreed. I feel like fans like that, right? Again, and I'll call it out. I think fans like that have this notion that there's these managers that exist out there that we've never seen still, that would come into a club and go, do you know what, Mr. Chairman, Mrs. Chairman, Chairwoman, I don't need your $500 million. I'll work with what I've got. I'll win the league. I feel like checkbook manager. Who isn't? Alex Ferguson is regarded as one of the greatest managers that ever lived. Back in the day, I hate to break it to people, Man United were buying top players for big money. Blackburn, when they won it,
they bought the league. Blackburn bought the league as well.
Exactly. I feel like people sometimes they don't use this before they engage their fingers and type on a keyboard. Look, here's a question I wanted to ask. Sorry, just a quick comment. Robert, big up to you. I like Robert, really good guy. But when he's saying, how can you shrug your shoulders at the absence of Richarlison and Odegaard? They are vital players in our attack when fit. Robert, I'm not even going to get me and Stel to answer this. I'm going to ask you, vital players based on what? What are they vital players based on? Richarlison's been crap for 2.5 years since he's been at this football club, right? He had one purple patch where he scored like 11 goals. He's been rubbish. And Odegaard, based on what? I'm not saying he won't be good in the future, Stel, but based on what are we now saying they're vital players and they're missed? Based on what, Stel? Where are we? How are we just making things up like this?
Richarlison's pressing game is nowhere near as good as Solanke's. Richarlison's link-up play is abysmal. His scoring record is average. I don't know how that's classed as vital. As for Odegaard, 0 goals, 0 assists. And for a forward player, how is that a vital? I don't get it.
I don't get it. Look, let's look at today's game. I'll tell you what's really, really interesting, Stel, is this is a huge game, not for the fact that it's Liverpool at home. Liverpool at home itself is a big game.
Yeah.
But we're now at the stage where you mentioned it earlier. You said, how far down the line? By the way, I think there's been a goal in the Everton-Chelsea game. I'll let you know in 1 second. That could be a huge goal either way because it would put Chelsea top and it would move Everton even further away. At the moment, no goal. Sorry, I've completely misled you all there. What you said earlier, Stel, how much further down the table do we have to fall? At the moment, the way the Premier League sits still, we are 11th. Okay. Now, win today, we'll go into 8th place. We'll go into 8th place and we'll be 5 points off of the top 4. If we lose today, we are going to be 8 points off of the top 4. Right. And the strange thing is we are only 11 points above the relegation zone. So this is a massive game in terms of actually starting to climb back up towards those top 5, 6 places, isn't it?
It's huge because if we do lose today, or even if we draw, our next game is against the team that is 4th. And if we lose that one, and they are in really good form, I don't think anyone wants to go away to Nottingham Forest right now, as in any team. You lose that, and then you're 10 or 11 points off top 4, and where does that leave you as a club? What justification is there for the money we've spent on players, the tickets fans are charged? And what it does is it piles on more pressure on that semi-final against Liverpool. It puts all the eggs into that basket. We've got to get something out of this season now. Between you and me, Savva, I am one of those fans that if we finish 16th, 17th, but win a trophy, I'll take that. I will take that. If we finish 16th,
this is where we're different. I will not.
Yeah. This is where fans are split. I am one of those fans. Having said that, I think a team that's finishing 15th, 16th is showing the signs that they're not going to win the trophy. You're showing all the attributes of a team that isn't actually good, which is why you're 15th, 16th. That if you were to get to that semi-final, that final, you're probably going to lose. So for me, you can't say it goes hand in hand, but typically the higher up you are in the league, you should say there's a better chance of you winning a semi or a final because you're actually a good team and the league says that. But if a miracle was to happen and we finished 15th, but we won a cup, and I just speak for me, I will take that all day long. However, I don't think we're going to win a cup playing like this. I just think there's that one game that's going to come where we get schooled and we're going to say, oh, why did we lose that game? This always happens to us. Well, it's kind of been on the cards. We've just been masking over it. So that's how I look at it.
No, look, I get it, right? And listen, I want to win a cup more than anything. But when people have said to me down the years, oh, would you take a cup if it meant finishing, let's use your example, 15th? For me, I just think if any manager at Tottenham Hotspur finishes 15th, that tells me I don't care if they win the cup. That tells me they are a diabolical manager, because this squad, and I'll say it again, this squad, and we might finish above all these teams, but right now we're below Brighton, Fulham, Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Forest. And I think we've got better squads than all of them. And that's the worrying thing for me. We should never be this low down in the table. But that makes today a really, really interesting game, because what I've already started seeing excuses still. But if you lose at home to Liverpool, it's Liverpool. You're bound to lose that because they're top of the league. So hang on. But if you lose at home to Liverpool, that's then 8 defeats. We'll look at the flip side in a minute, of the positive. But if you lose today, that's 8 defeats from 17 league games. Still, that puts us in the bottom half of the table, after nearly half a season. So it does matter, doesn't it? It's not a free. I'm sick of hearing this still. It's free. It's a free hit. The Galatasaray game, it's a free hit. This is a free hit. That's a free hit. For me, I want to see, just while I'm ranting, what I want to see still, I want to see a manager that turns around and goes, right, where are Liverpool's strengths? Liverpool are bloody good down the wings with Diaz and Salah, right? Let's drop the 2 fullbacks 10 yards. Let's ask Porro not to play in centre mid. Let's actually have a fullback that's going to keep up with it. But he's not going to do any of that still. That's why I can't get on board with him as a manager. I just really can't.
Yeah, I don't like the tactics. I've said it many a time. I don't like the way we're so exposed and we give teams far too many chances. I think we're far too gung-ho. I'm all for attacking football, but for all his failings of not managing to win a trophy, Pochettino, we were a balanced team. We were a very balanced side. We controlled games. We were very fluid in the attack. We were one of the best defensive Spurs teams I've seen in my lifetime. We were just a far better structured team. And it took Poch I think it was a season and a half or a season to show us that. Ange has been here now coming up to a year and a half. And it's kamikaze. It's the Wild West. It's a shootout. If you're a neutral fan, you must be licking your lips when you see Spurs alive on TV, because the drama's about to unfold and it's just going to be hundreds of talking points and it just keeps you gripped. And if you're Sky Sports, you can't wait to put Spurs on TV because everyone's going to want to watch it. But if you're a Spurs fan, it's heart attack stuff, man. You're shitting it constantly. Whether you're losing 2-0, winning 2-0, you're bricking it. And it's because of the tactics. We are so open, man. We are such an open team. And I've said it many a times. Managers with a bit of savviness about them, that have got a group of players that can follow a tactic of being compact and putting aggression on us, 9 times out of 10, they'll come out on top, whether they're a little club, a big club. That formula, we haven't got a clue what to do. And it's because we're so open. So look, again today, Savva, if we would say, what's your prediction? We could say Liverpool 3-0 or Spurs 3-0. Either one is possible. But people love that. People love the fact that jeopardy is at play. Whereas for me, I don't like that. I want to go into it saying, do you know what? I feel Spurs can win it 2-1, and I think it's going to be 2-1. But I can't say that. I genuinely can't say that. My answer is it's going to be 3-1 to them or to us. I don't want to say that. But for a lot of fans, but how brilliant is it? Just, oh, it's entertaining.
It doesn't help that the manager comes out and says in press conferences, "Are you not entertained?" Like this is some sort of Hollywood movie. You know, for me, what I don't get about it is people seem to think that to play attacking football, it means you have to be completely wide open and have no clue how to defend. For example, 3-0 down. Oh, Fulham should have scored. 3-0 up against Man United. People can say what they want. Yeah, it was a couple of mistakes from Fraser Forster. But this isn't the first time this has happened, Stel. This isn't the first game under Ange where we've been cruising and then all of a sudden you go, oh my God. Like, let me give you an example, right? When we scored the 4th goal the other night, right? Bearing in mind that we were 4 hours behind in the Dominican. My wife's saying, look, you need to get showered. Can you get showered? We're getting ready to go for dinner. And I'm saying, oh, well, it's 4-2. She went, it's 1. You've won. It's 4-2. And I'm going, oh, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like 6 minutes to go, 4-2. And I'm going, no, I don't know. And that is my worry, that what I've not seen from this manager at any point is him turning and going, right, all right, we've had some fun. We've been the gung-ho team. I've shown everyone I want to attack. Now I'm going to show everyone that I'm adaptable. And I want to show everyone that, do you know what's more important to me than being gung-ho? Is that I'm building a team for the future. I'm building a system. I'm building an ethos. And I don't think he is. I feel like feels like an experiment, which people love when you win games 4-3. But still, in our last 2 home games, we've scored 7 and conceded 7. Like that, I mean, you can't concede 7 goals at home in 2 games. Like it's madness. It's absolute madness.
It's because we're wide open. That's it. We throw everything into the attack that we lose control of the midfield, and we expose the wide areas for teams to exploit. And any team that's got those players that can exploit the space, and they just need one. Don't need many. Just one player that can put the ball in the back of the net, we're in trouble. The amount of times our goalies have saved us this year is bonkers. Yeah, that's the goalie's job, but we have way too many big moments where keepers are. I would love to see the stat of what percentage of this season our goalie has been the man of the match, because it's probably quite a few.
It's absolutely madness. Look, I think the key thing here is, and I wasn't even. Don't get me wrong, like I won't die on the hill for any manager, by the way. But when Poch was here, was it all straightforward in the first year? 18 months? No. But you could see absolutely what he was doing. The defense was starting to get more and more solid week by week. You could see that he was plugging gaps. You could see that he had a long-term plan. I was sitting around the pool bar the other day, and I was actually speaking to an Everton fan, right? So this guy, really nice guy, he had there was no banter there look, Spurs and Everton are not rivals, right? So there was no, and he just turned around and he said to me, answer me honestly. He said, do you think this is sustainable? And I said, absolutely not. I said, it's brilliant for fans like you to watch Spurs. But I said, for me as a fan, I look at this and think, this isn't sustainable. This isn't someone that wants to build a machine. This is somebody that wants to entertain fans. But for me, I think it's more entertaining rival fans than it is actually entertaining us. So, look, I'm still not sold by this manager at all. I'm really not. I know that won't go down well with people, but we're past caring about that. Just before we move on, Miles Aries has said, Savva, you always speak with such reverence. That's why I respected your opinions on Tottenham. I've been an Arsenal supporter since 1989. Listen, thank you very much for the super chat and thank you for the kind words. No one's ever told me I speak with reverence before. So thank you. That's a new one by me. And sorry to hear that you support Arsenal. But big up to you. Thank you so much. Donna Cullen, big up to Donna in the chat, has gifted 5 Football Heritage TV memberships. If you are one of those people, please say thank you to Donna. They are given out randomly, by the way. They're not given out by me or Donna. So please do say thank you. Donna Cullen again has come in and said, Mr. Savva, this is the Christmas present for you and the chat. This Christmas, enjoy the perks, everyone. Come and support Christmas discounts at the club shop. Big up to you, Donna, who's then gone on to say, Mr. Stelios, I will send you your Christmas gift tonight. Look forward to that, Stel.
Thank you.
Mr. Savva, that tan is looking sassy. Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's go with the word sassy. And then Donna Collins coming and said, Mr. Stelios, are you excited to say Wagwan to Kid from Gang 1? Kid from Gang 1 has arrived since last week. He will be ready next week to come on. Stel, are you excited for our new 18-year-old winger? Is the question?
Yeah. I'm waiting to lift the Premier League end of May and for him to lift that trophy. So bring it on. Couldn't be more excited if I tried.
Yeah, it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? Greg has said Spurs are confirmed as a clown show. We now officially want to entertain a crowd more than win. Actually insulting. Still, I'm going to ask this question. For me, I could jump on board with this manager if he came out and said, "Do you know what? I love that we entertain people. I love that we score loads of goals, but it's now my job and the players' job to work out how do we take that 3-0 and how do we keep that lead at 3-0? How do we shore it up? That's my job, and then we can build and grow." If he started saying things like that, would you be on board with him?
If he got the results that I want to see, then yeah, I would. Yeah, because that's my criticism. But I don't believe you can with the signings that he's accepting as well. There's players he's accepted at this club that for me, it is part of the previous 25 years of problems. It's an acceptance of mediocrity in the transfer window. So that has to stop as well. Tactically, if he was to sort it out, which I don't believe he will, because he's had 18 months to do it, why would you not do it by now? Why would you wait? We've seen other managers going to clubs in far less periods of time, spending far less money with less resources, doing better than what Spurs are doing. And that's because the manager has changed it, or the manager's tweaked it, or the manager adapts. You know, Fulham came to Spurs and just battered us. They got a 1-1 draw, but they should have won that. They then play Arsenal. They didn't play the same way against Arsenal. They got a draw against Arsenal, but they changed the way they played for that game. Why? It's called tactics. It's called knowing your limitations, knowing what your players can do in the system you'd like them to play, and adapting to suit that environment. And for me, Ange does it once in a blue moon, like when we went away to Man City. But that Man City win away now looks like the biggest white elephant ever.
Yeah,
because
everyone's beating them.
12 games, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to change it, Savva. I think what he's going to build is this free-flowing, Wild West, attacking football, just go for the kill every game. And we'll always fall short in the end because the best teams manage games. The best teams, they've got to win ugly once in a while because things don't go to plan. And the best teams are more balanced. There's more balance to the game. And I just don't think Ange, and this isn't me being ageist, I just think at his age, the way he's learned, the way he's taught, the way he's done it everywhere else, he's not going to say, right, do you know what? I'm an old dog and I'm going to learn new tricks. I don't think he's that kind of guy. That's the bit. That's why I say I like him as a person, but as a manager, he's not my cup of tea. But if he goes and wins trophies at Spurs, then I'm proved wrong and egg on my face.
Do you know what? So that's all I've said all along. If he goes and wins things and changes, I'm all for it. What are you expecting from today's game? Actually, before you do that, by the way, Everton 0, Chelsea 0 is a full-time result. So again, Everton, by the way, can we just say Everton, right? So when we're talking about,
we've got a bit of form.
Everton have lost 6 games this season. How have Everton lost less games than Tottenham Hotspur? See, and that's the difference. They can grind out points from nothing. Everton 0, Chelsea 0, Leicester 0, Wolves 3 is a full-time result. Really good day at the office for Vitor Pereira. Really bad day at the office for Ruud van Nistelrooy. And Man United 0, Bournemouth 3 is a full-time result. Bournemouth now up into 5th place. And Iriola, again, Iriola this year has beaten Man United. He's beaten Arsenal. He's beaten Tottenham. He's beaten Man City. And I guarantee still, if at the beginning of this year I had said to everyone, how many Bournemouth players would you want at Spurs? The answer probably would have been maybe 1 or 2 in the squad. But
Semedo.
But I think Semenyo is brilliant. I think he's a brilliant player.
Yeah.
Still, today, by the way, the other game is Fulham versus Southampton. This is going to be points dropped for Fulham. They're 0-0. They're in the 97th minute at the moment. Real points dropped, but they have started a 17-year-old today, Fulham, who did look decent, did look a good little player, Josh King. Still, what are we expecting today from the visitors? What are we expecting Liverpool to bring to White Hart Lane? They've not won in the last 2 league games. They're still top. And if they beat us today, let me make sure I get this right. If Liverpool beat us today, they will go 4 points clear at the top with a game in hand. They'll still have a game in hand after today's game. So what are you expecting from Liverpool and Arne Slot?
Listen, they have to go for the win because Chelsea have dropped points, City have dropped more points, Arsenal won, putting a little bit of pressure back on them. Let's be honest, the league titles between Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, let's not write off City just yet, but they're probably out of it. But, you know, when your 2 main rivals for the title have both dropped points and the other team has won, you've now got a chance. If you win your 2 games in hand, so one today and then the next one, you'll go 7 points clear of 2nd place and 9 points clear of your 3rd biggest rival. That means you buy yourself the ability to lose 3 games. And they've got to win theirs, and you're still top, depending on goal difference. So if you're Arne Slot, this is a massive opportunity to not put a hand on the league title, but to put the pressure back on the chasing pack to keep winning, because they can't afford to keep dropping points if Liverpool keep winning. So if you're Slot, you badly want this win, big time want this win. If you're Spurs, you desperately need this win because of everything we've said as well. So it's got the makings of drama. It's got the makings of chaos. It's got the makings of everything that we predict not being what we think. And I've said this many times this season, but I do think today, Savva, I'll be really surprised if Spurs win this one. I'm not saying we can't or we won't because anything's possible. We've seen it. But I think... I just feel with Salah, Gakpo, and David Luiz, with Jota able to come off the bench, I just think that's everything that the Man Uniteds and other teams that couldn't quite beat us lacked, that clinical attacking lineup. And I think that's where they win it. Look, defensively, I think we cancel each other out. You'd say they're slightly better defensively. Midfield would be an interesting battle because their midfielders are in good form. Ours are 1 week good, 1 week So that would be an interesting battle. But I think their forward line is better than ours, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's better than ours. Although Kulusevski is probably one of the most informed players at the moment in the league. So see, this is the kind of game now where when we say Kulu is brilliant, Kulu's amazing, this is the kind of game now I need to see Kulu show it. This is where Kulu can say to the Premier League, I am that good. If he goes missing today or he's not really impacting the game, it just further proves that, you're having a good season, but you're not a special player, man. You're not. Gareth Bale, he'd show his worth in these games. Harry Kane would show his worth in these games. Luka Modric would show his worth in these games. If Kulu's going to be at that level, which a lot of our fans make him out to be, this is the game, Kulu. I'm looking at you now. Show me what you got. This is the game he's got to rise and show us that he's the real deal.
No, I agree with you. Look, can I tell you one of the things that I've been looking at tactically, and listen, you might tell me you completely disagree still, but one of the things that I've been looking at from the way we play, which is why I think we don't control games, and I am going to put it on Ange. I do think it's tactically, and I do then think that fans have a go at the wrong players. And I'll explain what I mean by all that. The Man U game the other day exposed everything that I thought about Tottenham. That our fullbacks are never actually in the fullback area, which means that our two central midfielders, Sarr and Basuma, spend all of their time still covering the right back area and the left back area. So that's me. Sorry. So when we do win the ball back, you watch when Spurs do win the ball back and then start off a counter attack or a move. There's no one actually in the midfield. There's like this huge area of grass for us to run into. That's when we win it. When we don't win the ball, what it means is everybody is now out of position. The central midfielders are out of position. The fullbacks are out of position. The centre-backs are being dragged out of position to cover. I just think at the moment, we don't have a midfield. Because of the tactics we play, we don't have a central midfield. Do you think there's any merit in that? Do you see what I'm saying? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't mind.
I don't understand the midfield at Spurs. One game, I think, all right, I get it. Then another game, I think, what are they doing? That game against Fulham was the worst for me. The way they pinged it wide, drew a midfielder out, then they sent the ball into the middle, and it would be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 passes, and then we'd have two midfielders like headless chickens, and then they switched to play to the other side, and they were in. It happened time after time after time after time again. I'm thinking, is someone in the midfield going to get control of this game? Is Ange going to change this? What am I watching? And there's certain games I just think we don't have a midfield, like you said. Then there's other games I think, do you know what? The midfield did really well today. So Savva, I don't understand that midfield. I don't get it.
I just want to go back to basics. Like, you can still play your high pressing attacking football, but why can't we have fullbacks at fullback? So, for example, they put up a stat earlier. Robinson of Fulham down the left has got more overlaps down the left-hand side than anyone else in the Premier League. And our fullbacks were nowhere to be seen on the list they put up because that's not how we play. We never actually utilise the width and the crossing of Porro and Udogie. But the other day, I saw a really good debate in one of the WhatsApp groups I'm in still. It was about, did Basuma have a good game or not? And it was really interesting because some people were going, oh my God, it was horrible because he's just always out of possession, which means he's always covering his own arse. So basically he's putting out fires left, right and centre. But the way I look at it is it's not his fault. Him and Sarr, it's not their fault. They're constantly having to do the job. And Bruno Fernandes is the perfect example of this the other night. How many times did Gary Neville say in commentary still, no one's picking up Bruno Fernandes? He's just drifted to that left-hand channel because he knows Porro's not going to be there. And they're in time and time again. And this is what I think a lot of fans that go, oh, no, you just don't get Ange and Ange. But they just completely ignore these tactical lapses. They completely ignore it because we've not been punished by it as much as we probably should have. But for me, I just want to go back to basics. I don't know why I just want a manager with basics. That's all I want. Some basics.
Yeah, I just want a proper number 6. I want fullbacks that play as fullbacks overlapping.
Yeah.
I'd like centre-backs that aren't exposed and on the high line or dropping deep, but there's only 2 of them when there's a 3-man attack. I agree, Savva. I feel like we complicate it for the sake of just trying to be different and unique when you don't need to. We've got players that can actually play a quite functional, let's call it traditional way of football. But like I said, Savva, if he doesn't win a trophy this season and we finish mid-table, the knives are out for me. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. He needs to win a trophy to save his bacon. Bit like Arteta did in his first season. This guy needs to win a trophy to save his bacon. The difference is, and I've said this before on my channel, Arteta in the semi-final of the FA Cup, he went away to Man City and put everyone behind the ball, pushed Aubameyang higher up, and when Man City pressed them, and Arsenal defended really, really well, they'd send it to Aubameyang, and he broke twice, scored 2 goals. I think they only had 3 shots the whole game, and he just played classic Mourinho, and they won 2-0. He completely changed it just to beat City to get to the final. Will our manager do that? Will our manager do that? Will he completely change it in a one-off game just to get the win? And the answer is no, he won't do it. So he would just being different for the sake of being different. And that's why I think we're mid-table, is because he won't change it in those key moments of certain games where it's just not quite going to plan.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, in the last 14 months, we're 12th in the form table. I mean, 14 months, we're talking about more than a year here, right? And that it goes back to what you said earlier. Yes, we score loads of goals. Listen, I will never knock that. I will never knock that we're going to score loads of goals. But we also concede a lot of goals at the wrong times as well. Like, people will go, oh, look at the defence. It's not actually been that bad this year. Still, there's a number of teams that should have hammered us. But Fulham, how Fulham didn't put 4 past us. Bournemouth,
Bournemouth,
you know,
Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea. Listen, Chelsea had a lot of transitions on us. They could have scored more. Galatasaray should have put 8 past us. For every game we say we should have battered them, like we should have battered Newcastle. Well, Bournemouth should have battered us, so you could cancel it out. And like I said, the majority of our goals this season, the overwhelming majority of goals have been in 30% of games. Like the goals we've scored have been heavily weighted in a small percentage of games. We don't actually score a lot of goals in most games. But in your head, you forget 1-1 Leicester. You forget 2-1 Newcastle. You forget 1-1 Fulham. All you remember is 4-0 at Man City. We beat Villa. You remember that.
Yeah,
You
of
forget
course.
all the other games in between.
Of course. I mean, listen, I'm going to ask the question now to everybody in the chat. I haven't asked this so far with 24 minutes till kickoff. Let me know your score predictions. Guys and girls, please don't just put in 4-3, 4-2, 1-0. 1. Let me know to who. Yeah, because some people say it and then it doesn't make sense. So let me know what your score prediction is today. And I know it's very difficult because this is Spurs. I've got this feeling this is going to be one of them games where we come flying out the blocks, get an early goal, and everyone will go, Savva's in the mud. And then I think as the game settles slowly but surely, Liverpool will start to look like the team, and will look like the team that is in. Here's how I sum up, Stel. Whenever I watch Spurs play, we look like we're in a cup knockout game. Every game we play looks like a cup knockout game. It's like end to end. We'll have it, you have it, and I don't think that sort of tactical. I don't think that sort of tactical nous works over a season. In a cup competition, you might get away with it. Stel, what are you gonna give me your prediction? Well, and we'll let the build in the chat. Give me your prediction on a score today. Yeah, I know.
If I was a betting man, I'd probably lose my money. If I was a betting man, I would lose my money.
I'll tell you what.
I think it's either going to be a draw or Liverpool win. I'm going to, because Liverpool have been a little bit iffy recently. They've been a little bit iffy, but do you know what? Jota's back. That's a big thing for me. Jota's back. He's a game changer. He is a game changer, and he scores against us. I'm going to say a close game. Liverpool just winning by a goal, and then Spurs just go for it to try and get the equaliser, and Liverpool sucker punch us on the counter. So 3-1 Liverpool.
I mean, look, I'll ask you a series of questions.
3-1.
Is it a guarantee that there's going to be loads of goals in today's game?
Yeah.
Is it a guarantee that we're going to be wide open at the back?
Yeah. Is
it a guarantee that we'll have a 15-minute spell where we look like the best team that's ever played football?
Yeah.
Is it a guarantee we're also going to have a 15, 20, 30-minute spell where we all go, what the hell are these tactics?
Yeah.
And is this why Sky Sports love putting our games on TV?
Yeah. And that was easy.
This is it. Because do you know what? I mean, I saw it before. Like, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people like 4-1 Liverpool, 5-0 Liverpool, 3-0 Liverpool, 4-3 Liverpool, 4-0, 3-1, 4-all. I mean, what does that say, though, about us as a team tactically, that even the people that don't think we're going to lose, the scores are all so high. No one's gone, you know what, this could be a 1-0. This could be a 0-0.
Yeah, I think normally when you get a lot of 4-0, 5-0, when you get a lot of that doesn't happen.
Yeah, sure.
Happen. So I think it's going to be a close game. I do. I think it'll be a close game, but Liverpool will edge it. Liverpool, I think, in the end, will win it because one, I think they've got a better manager and a better group of players, and I also think that off the bench they've got 2 or 3 real game changers. I mean, if you look at our bench, who's really going to come on and change it? Johnson, Werner versus Jota and Nunes. I mean,
yeah, look, it's going to be interesting.
I'll tell you, Savva, I'll tell you what changes this game completely: a red card or a really bad VAR decision. Something like that can change the whole game. So,
like this game last year. This game
Exactly.
last year when Liverpool had a perfectly good goal disallowed and had 2 men sent off.
Yeah, exactly. That changed the game, and that we can't predict. No one can predict that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like when I look at I'm looking at the league table. Only a win, by the way, still takes us out the bottom half. Only a win. If we draw or lose this game, we will stay 11th. Unless we lose 18-0, which is not going to happen, we will stay above Brentford on goal difference, and we will stay behind Brighton, who have got two more points than us. However, if we don't win today, that will be 1 win in our last 6 Premier League games. Again, it's poor. It's really poor. So we've got to win this, right? We've got to win this for so many reasons.
Look, we have to win it for the reasons you said, but minimum a draw, because we know Liverpool are good. So a draw against them is something. But I agree. We need to go. We need to try and find a way to win this. And by the way, ZZG Rom, you've put another comment saying Darwin Núñez is crap. The reason I mentioned his name is because who would you rather come off the bench for you, Timo Werner or Darwin Núñez? I think 90% of fans will pick Darwin Núñez over Timo Werner, especially when our manager has publicly criticised him after saying, I will never criticise a player publicly. So...
Do you know what I find quite funny as well? Listen, I think Darwin Núñez is an interesting player, but it's the sort of player that if he played for Spurs, we'd be trying to tell the world he's the greatest player in the world that just needs some confidence.
Yeah.
If you actually look at his numbers for Liverpool over the last 2 years, he's actually got some very, very good numbers. Is he the most composed finisher in the world? No. He's one of those still. I was always taught this growing up. You can have a scorer of great goals or a great goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, there's strikers down the years that have been a scorer of great goals, but not a great goal scorer. Peter Crouch wasn't prolific in any way, shape or form. But look, how many bangers did that boy put in the net, you know, for match of the day purposes? Whereas you get other people that are great goal scorers, like a Jermaine Defoe, do you know what I mean? Like how Dimitar Berbatov and Teddy Sheringham. And so for me, I put Núñez in that bracket. But what Núñez does do, which is when people just say things like, oh, he's crap. Núñez will run that channel. He will run that channel and push our centre-backs and full-backs back. And I know who I'd rather have coming off the bench out of him and Timo Werner, but hey, it is what it is.
I think the issue with Darwin Núñez is the fact they paid a hell of a lot of money for him, and he's not elite. When you pay that kind of money and you're not elite, it becomes a problem, and it's a talking point. Listen, I'm not a massive fan of his, but his stats aren't bad. You can't question it. And also, one thing I think he does a lot, whether he's clinical with it or not, he causes a lot of problems. Like he causes problems for defenses. He does pull people apart, and that can allow someone else to capitalize on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that sometimes I do think we just say some really silly things like, Someone's crap. This is crap. Listen, is he the main goal scorer at Liverpool? No. Does he need to be? Well, you've got Jota who scores goals, Diaz who scores goals, Gakpo who scores goals. You've got
Salah.
I was going to say Mo Salah as the main man that scores the goals. You've got Soboslai that chips in. McAllister, listen, I'd take him in our squad all day long. I'd take him in our squad. Billy, you know when you think to yourself, I wonder if that person just truly believes what they says or they're a troll. You know when they put the message in, you go, yeah. Troll.
I mean, the only Billy I know is a fish. Billy the fish.
By the way, guys and girls, there's been over 400 for the last hour, and we are only on 145 likes, which is absolutely shambolic. And please do subscribe. Unfortunately, while I was on holiday, I didn't do a single live stream, and I lost 30 subscribers. And a lot that tends to happen sometimes. So please do keep subscribing. The link is pinned, and please get over. And congratulations to you, Stel, for hitting over 30k, which is it feels like absolutely miles away at the moment. That's a great achievement, mate.
Thank you to everyone who watches. Yeah, listen, and then look, it's not my career. I don't do it as a profession. There's 5 of us that run the channel. I do it just because I was just so fed up of the same voices all repeating each other on podcasts 4 years ago. We started the channel to just be a different voice, and we've never changed from that. We've said it as we see it, and if people like it, great. If they don't, then our channel's not for you, and that's it.
Yeah. Robert, I'm sorry. Absolutely no, and more no. So Robert, what are you watching? Richarlison is awful. Right, let me give you some information about Darwin Núñez. So last year in the league, bearing in mind, Darwin Núñez doesn't start every game, right? I'm not saying Richarlison does, but Darwin Núñez last year got 19 goal contributions in 36 Premier League games, right? That's not bad, right? 19 in 36. Then last year in the Cups, right? In the Cups, in 8 games, he got 7. This is domestic cups. In 8 cup games, he got 7 goal contributions. So add the 7 to the 19. What's that? We're now at 26 goal contributions. Then in Europe last year, he got 6 goal contributions. Right. So last year, Darwin Núñez got 32 goal contributions for Liverpool and hardly started games. I'm sorry. In what reality is Richarlison doing that for us? What are we doing? Like, I'm going to steal Perchy saying it. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm sorry,
Classic
Robert. I'm sorry, mate. We can't be putting these players in the same bracket. I know I'd rather have. Listen, and again, absolutely big up to you. Still, last thing I'll say, Archie Gray. Archie Gray. He's come in. He's played centre-half. I don't know whether or not... Listen, I'm not saying he's done bad at all. I feel like at the moment, the games he's played centre-half, I feel like he's not been tested, if you know what I mean. I feel like we played a very disjointed Man United team and a really, really shit Southampton team. This is a big test for the young lad today, right? You're playing against Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah. This is next level to see how good he is, right?
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet, and then I've got to go. So, sure. Archie Gray, I've got no judgment on him because he's 18. He's not playing in his correct position. I don't understand what we're doing with him right now. It doesn't make sense to me. I've got no way of being able to assess him. But what I will say is against Man United and against Southampton, he wasn't really tested. And against teams like Galatasaray that have actually got proper strikers in that, we saw the problems that happened. So, but again, he's not a centre-back. So it's bonkers. I don't understand why he's playing as centre-back when we also bought a youngster, Ashley Phillips, who plays centre-back, and we didn't keep him as the cover. But Ange, the club, you can't say anything otherwise, because if you do, you hate Tottenham. Today, he's up against some real top-class players.
Yeah,
Lewis,
absolutely.
Salah, Gakpo, Jota. This is no joke, right? This is no joke. If he handles this, playing out of position, I will big up Archie Gray to the maximum later on tonight on my show. I'll absolutely big him up to the maximum.
Yeah.
I will be heavily surprised if that's the case as well, because he's young, it's the wrong position, and he will be tested, like you said. He will be tested today. He will.
I know you need to go. Can I just ask you one more question? Have you got 2 more minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to ask you a question. Ange was asked a question the other day about Archie Gray playing at centre-back. And he turned around and said, we've got no other option. We've got no other options at the club but to play an 18-year-old out of position there. If you're Dorrington, right, and you're a 19-year-old centre-back who's played for England at all levels, right? I believe Alfie Dorrington has played for England at all levels right the way out to where he is. Aren't you sitting there going, that's my natural position? How would you, is that something you think that Dorrington would be annoyed at, or just par for the course? I just thought it was a weird thing to say.
If you've got no choice, then why can't you play Archie Gray in the 6 and put Mate Papassar as the centre-back, who's actually taller and probably more capable in the air? You're comfortable playing Papassar as a 6. Why can't you just drop him into the centre-back and play Archie Gray in his correct role? How is that not a choice then? If you're happy to play a number 6 who's a kid in centre-back when we're vulnerable, even when we've got Romero and Van de Ven, why are you not prepared to put Papassar there and Gray in the 6? There's always options. He's just saying, in my world, that's it. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah. I disagree. I don't agree.
Well, look, Stel, I'm going to let you go. I know you need to go. I'm sure, depending on what happens, you'll pop back on, depending on what happens.
I might pop on at half time, yeah.
Sure. Listen, enjoy the game. What time are you live tonight? Where can people find you tonight?
Yeah, Tottenham away. What time? Let's have a quick look. I think it's 9 o'clock, but if it helps you, I can change the time, Savva. Do you want me to push it back a bit?
If you could push to 9:15, I'll finish dead on 9:15 and chuck over to you. There you go.
Yeah, 9:15. I've changed it. No worries.
Perfect. Stel, thank you very much. Listen, everybody, I'm sure you've already subscribed, but please do get over to Tottenham away. Even if you don't agree with what Stel says, you know, it's good to show some love. So see you later, mate. Take care. Everybody in the chat, good afternoon, evening, or morning to each and every one of you. Please do continue to smash that like button. We've been really poor on that lately. Only 181 likes. We've got Richarlison conversion rates at the moment, or Timo Werner conversion rates, and we're only 7 away from 14.6k. So if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do. Let me know your thoughts, by the way. I think Gray's done well, what he's been asked to do. I just think at some stage I'd really like to see Archie Gray playing in central midfield. I want to see, you know, who did we buy? Why did we buy him? That's what I want to see. I don't want to judge him on centre-back positioning. I don't want to judge him on that. I want to judge him on being a central midfielder. Josh is here. He's a Liverpool fan. I said, Arnie Slot, la, 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 la. Josh, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your prediction for the game today. Obviously, you've drawn your last 2, I believe, Liverpool. But and I'm just trying to have a look. Yeah, you've only lost 1 game to Forest. So maybe you're due a second defeat. The Rude Boy Sound, big up to you, my man. I said Judge Gray on the opposition at his age, put out of position. He is doing well. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying he's not. I want to see him in midfield. I'd love to see him in midfield at some point. Billy has said, to be fair, Slot's only been here for a minute. We still don't know how good he is. I mean, he's been here for a minute and he's top of the league. So I would say he's top of the league with 2 games in hand. I would say they're doing all right. Zed Grom said, buckle up, a rough ride ahead. Don't forget, guys, tonight at 7:30, we are back with the Spurs review. I think it's episode 7 tonight of the Spurs review. Greg has said if Ange just paid 40 million for Dorrington, he'd be playing. End of. Yep, listen, I don't disagree. Mex Ryder said Gray will really struggle. It's going to be very painful to watch. I feel for the kid. Ange is a fraud. Well, listen, let's hope that he has a barnstorming game. I mean, listen, it's going to be, he's up against some top players today. Let's see how he gets on. There are 4.5 minutes till kickoff, by the way. 4.5 minutes till kickoff. Gray, 35 career starts at right back, only 17 in midfield. Interesting. Gray is going to be fine. Well, let's hope so. Good afternoon to you, EPAC football scene. I hope you're well. Good afternoon to Lord Rodney Trotter, who said, I'll never go at Ange for being a bit arrogant or an egoist. You need that kind of thick skin to be a manager. But when it comes to tactics, I don't agree with his rigidity. There's never one way. Fair enough. Get ready for Savva to forget the holiday vibes and lose his mind. Look, I don't ever lose my mind. I always get in trouble for people because they don't think I celebrate goals enough, and I'm not upset enough when we concede, apparently. I've just never been that way. Gray looking like a decent, versatile player for the club, but he's not generational in any of those positions. Have people stopped using that word for him now? You know what fans are like. I'm seeing comments after, I'm seeing after Jamie Donnelly scored his first goal yesterday for Leyton Orient. I think it was his first or second goal. People going, oh, this boy's going to be special. You know, when you think, oh, come on, like let's, come on. But that's what it is. Robert Wilson says, I honestly don't believe we will lose this game. I just don't know what to think. Robert, I can't predict. Spurs could win this. Spurs could get battered. Spurs could batter that. I just don't know which Tottenham will turn up. What games are next for Big Up, Savva? I don't know at the moment. I need to sort some out over the next few days for Big Up. There will be games on Big Up, so don't worry about that. Full steam ahead for those. Mark, big up to you, man. Hope you're well. Much love to you. Matt Cox has said, I went to the Fulham match. Porro got skinned over and over again. This was the day I realised how bad he actually is. Listen, I like aspects of Porro. I do think that he is massively overrated, though. That's just my opinion. I think he does some good things. But you know what it's like nowadays in football. A player does one thing and they're called brilliant. Here's the Tottenham lineup for any of you that are sticking with me for the watch-along. Fraser Forster is in goal. Let me lean this way now. Fraser Forster is in goal. Porro right back. Dragosine and Gray at centre-half. And Jed Spence keeps his position at left-back. In the midfield, you have Papa Sarr, Yves Basuma double pivot, I believe they call it, or what they call it, a midfield. Kulu, Maddison, and Son will all be behind Dominic Solanke. I'll let you know the bench in 1 second. Starting to get a few players back. The bench is Austin, Regulon, Adogi, Bergval, Werner, Johnson, Lancashire, Dorrington and Ulasesi. And the Liverpool team. The Liverpool team for you is Alisson in goal. He's now back from his injury. Alexander Arnold's right back. Gomez and Van Dijk at centre half with Andy Robertson at left back. Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister in a midfield 2. With Mo Salah to the right, Soboslai through the middle, and Gakpo to the left. And they will be behind, well, they said Luis Diaz. I don't think it will actually be like that. That's how Sky have got it set up. I don't think it will actually be like that. I think you're probably likely to see Gakpo playing the false 9, but we'll see as the game goes on. Tottenham versus Liverpool. The players are out. It looks like we're going to be getting underway very shortly. Villa said, Savva, what do you make of Villa against City? Duran and Rodgers. Yeah, listen, Duran looks a very exciting young striker, doesn't he? And Rodgers, I'm a big fan of Rodgers. I was before you signed him. I would really, really like, I would really, really have liked Spurs to sign him. But hey, Andy Robertson, they're just showing on the screen as 7 full seasons with Liverpool, 7 major trophies. That's not a bad career, is it? Max Ryder has said, will this be like the Chelsea game, a good 10 minutes, and then we will get grounded down and then lose? Well, this is the problem. This is why when people lose their minds when we go 1-0 up in a game or 2-0 up, I always think, just calm down, because you never, ever know. Ian JD, big up to you, my man. I said, I'm going to put it out there now. Werner to come on and score a hat-trick. Anybody else with me on this? No. Funnily enough, no. Big up to each and every one of you. The game is about to get underway. Thank you to those that have just subscribed and to those that have liked. I will be starting. I'm just checking this works. Ignore the 1 second. Ignore the 1 second. I'm just checking it works. As James Madison's going to kick us off. And there we go. We are underway. Tottenham Hotspur kicking from right to left, as we tend to in the first half of games. And the game has started frantically. The ball being moved around out to the left to Son. Son whips a nice early ball in. It goes across the face of goal, but he was offside. He was offside. So a frantic start there from Tottenham. Got the ball out wide, but Sonny was... Yeah, he's clearly offside. Yeah, clearly offside. The Liverpool line all put their arm up and they were all right. So Tottenham at home to Liverpool in a big game for both clubs. Spurs need to win to get back into the top half of the table. Liverpool could go 4 points clear at the top. And a draw doesn't really do a lot for either team, probably. Here's Liverpool already going down that line, but Archie Gray cuts it out. Then Archie Gray with a dreadful ball gives it away, and then the ball played back in down to the left hand, into the right hand channel. Wasn't the best, and Spurs can recoup the ball. Let me just quickly move my chair. Apologies, guys. Yeah, Spurs, we've got to be careful again about that. Archie Gray got the ball, had loads of time, and it showed a little bit of naivety there. Just passed it straight into nobody in midfield. So a lively start from both teams here. Spurs have lost the ball, playing out from the back again. The ball goes into, hang on, Mo Salah. Oh, gosh. He got his foot in there, did Dragoshin. Again, already Spurs twice in 90 seconds have tried to play the ball out from the back and given it away. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that if you want to beat Liverpool. There's a ball by Van Dijk over the top, and that one's going to go harmlessly out for a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. But again, I know you're all watching this, but again, straight away, that's Porro losing the ball, Gray losing the ball. Sometimes you've got to, oh my God, now Forster's lost the ball and a side netting from Mo Salah. And that's Forster, Porro, Gray, all in the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds have all given the ball away. And what I don't get is Fraser Forster can't play with his feet. Just tell him to clear it long. He can't play with his feet. And Mo Salah, we should be one down. We should be one down. We've given the ball away a lot already. This tactic of playing the ball out is so dangerous. And a throw into Tottenham now to take a little bit of respite. A little bit of respite away. And then Liverpool win the ball back in midfield again, but we've won it back. We just keep giving it away so much. So much we give the football away. And now Liverpool have got the ball at centre-half. Big up to... yes, I had a wonderful break. Thank you very much. I had a wonderful holiday. Very chilled, very relaxed. It's my first holiday since I stopped drinking. So it was very cool and calm, and just ate lots of food and put on probably about half a stone. Here's Liverpool going forward again. Every time Liverpool go forward, we look at sixes and sevens. Alexander-Arnold whips the ball into the back post. It's gone all the way through to Gakpo. He lays it back to, I think that was Robertson. It's gone back to Liverpool. They're going to have a shot from 20 yards low, and that's fizzed past the post from Diaz. but Liverpool at the moment are swarming over us. Yeah, it's been night. It was 9 nights I was away. I was away for 9 nights. So big up to you. Big up to thanks for everyone for the nice messages. Yeah. Big up to you, Rob Frank. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Listen, do you know what? It's not just Forster, is it? It's Gray, Forster, Porro, Dragoshin. All of them keep giving the ball away at the back. Look at it again now. Look, we're trying to. That one goes long. That one goes long and cut out by Van Dijk. He's too good for that. And now Liverpool have got the ball. Here's Gomez, goes back to Alisson. He pings it into Liverpool are now trying to play it out dangerously. And then Alisson clears his lines, gets it into Szoboszlai. He goes back to Alexander-Arnold. They still haven't cleared it. Alexander-Arnold with a ball down the line, cut out by Dragoshin, but given away already. And now they've got space down the wing. This is what I was worried about. Here's Gakpo. He's running through. He lays it off to Robertson. His ball across is put out for a corner. And I just don't know about you guys. I can't deal with these tactics. It is suicidal. It is suicidal every single time. Pedro Porro's wincing. If any of you think I'm not faced on to the TV's there, just so you know. I tell you what, I mean, we've not started well here, really, have we? The plan out from the back, giving the ball away. No one up top can hold on to it. And Liverpool look really up for this. So we need to weather this storm. Every game, it really is John Salvage. It is rinse and repeat. Here's a corner kick, whipped in low, hard. It's fizzed around in the box and then eventually cleared by Solanke. Then the header by McAllister back to Liverpool. And then the ball played back in wasn't a good one. And Spurs can breathe a little bit now. Max Ryder, I agree. I just think the tactics are woeful. Here's Basuma. He gives it to Spence now. Spence, we're boxed in here and Gray goes long and cut out easily by Liverpool that time. And Alexander-Arnold wins the ball, plays it through, but Dragoshin cuts it out. Yeah, we've got there's a long ball over the top, but Trent Alexander-Arnold heads that clear. And then a free kick given away by, I want to say, by Gravenberch. Gravenberch gave the free kick away. So Tottenham can we got a free kick in the middle of the park. It's gone to Spence. We just need a couple of minutes with a football here. Here's Gray. Gray looks very nervous. Him and Dragoshin look very nervous when they've got the ball at their feet. Here's Kulu. Spurs have got the ball. We've kept it well there. There's the ball. Sprayed out wide to Son. Son brings it down. Had to check his run, but he's now going to run at Alexander-Arnold. And again, that's really poor from Son. Here goes Mo Salah, but really good covering from Yves Bissouma again. He really does cover a lot of ground, Yves Bissouma. He gets a lot of hate. But in this system, he has to do a lot of doggy work. So now Fraser Forster's got the ball at the back. He dinks the ball out wide to Jed Spence. He takes it down. Doesn't want it on his left foot, though, does he? So he goes in right-footed into Solanke. He puts it back to Jed Spence. Jed Spence is then tackled, but Basuma wins it back. Again, look how much work Basuma does covering these fullbacks. Have a look at him right now. He's covering these fullbacks because they're never actually at fullback. Papasar turns, gives the ball to Fraser Forster. He sweeps the ball out wide to Spence. And Jed Spence can drive down the left-hand side here, but he's always going to cut in on his right. He's giving it to Maddison. The ball's won by Sarr there. Sarr plays the ball out wide to Kulu. This is the first chance we've had the ball out wide on the right. Kulu's going to run at Gakpo, gets the ball across. It's gone over everyone. Alexander-Arnold heads it away. It's fallen to Maddison. He gives it to Son. Son's one-on-one. Son cuts in. Oh, and then his ball to Maddison wasn't great. Maddison could have been a push in the back for me, but the ref didn't think so. The ball from Son already, couple of passes from Son, just not really weighted very well. And that was Alexander-Arnold for me. Oh, I don't know. I reckon anywhere else on the pitch, I think you get a free kick for that, but the ref didn't give it. And now Liverpool can try and play out the back. Here's Gomez. He plays it long down the channel. Szoboszlai tried to flick it onto Salah, but loses the ball. And now Spence loses the ball. Here's Gravenberch, switches play to Robertson. Robertson's going to go down the line to Diaz. Sorry, not to Diaz. Sorry, that's Gakpo out there. Sorry. The camera's not zooming in very well. Here's Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is going to stride forward, gives it to Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold dinks it in. That's a great move, and that's a good save. It's going to fall. Oh, great defending. Oh, Liverpool have had a couple of brilliant chances there and saved first by Fraser Forster, who makes up for his terrible mistake earlier. I think it would have been offside, but the ball was flicked in. Salah with the shot, and then brilliant defending from Papa Sarr. Liverpool can come again with Trent Alexander-Arnold. The pattern has formed after 10 minutes. There's a ball swept out to that left-hand side. You know you're always going to have... he's cut in Diaz. He's going to lay it off, is he? Oh, good defending again from Basuma. And I tell you what, doesn't Basuma... I tell you what, Basuma gets a lot of stick. But again, him and Sarr are having to cover for the fullbacks time and time again. And we're only 10 and a half minutes into the game. Whew. God, I just don't know. I genuinely couldn't give you a scoreline to this. We're capable of scoring goals. We know that. But we just look so wide open at the back. Here's Solanke with an awful touch. Van Dijk strolls away with the ball. Spence should get there first. Spence, he's done really well there, Spence. Now don't do anything silly. He gives it to Gray. Good defending there from Archie Gray. Good defending there from Jed Spence. Now Tottenham trying to play it out from the back again. We've got to stop doing this. We've got away with that one. Here's Papa Sarr. Plays it down the channel, but there's no one there. And now Alisson can come out. Dinks it long. Is it stayed in? And it's a throw in to Liverpool. But you can see already Liverpool, like everybody else, is going to go down our channels. Everybody knows how to get at Spurs. And Liverpool look like they're, I wouldn't say purring, but they do look like they're going to cut through us if they want to. Great defending again from Basuma. He started really well here, Basuma. As I said, he gets a lot of hate, but I think he does a lot of work. Dragusin goes back to Forster, and he hits the ball down the line. And Liverpool are winning every second ball here. Every second ball, Liverpool winning. And this time, Basuma, again, he nearly nicked the ball away, but gave away a foul. I mean, it's an interesting tactical battle, right? It's a very interesting tactical battle. But again, you can see, go wide against Tottenham. That's all you've got to do. And at the moment, I don't think we've worked out how to get at them. If we're going to be completely honest. We don't, at the moment, it's early doors, only 12 minutes gone, but we don't really look like we have any ideas. There's a good ball. Alexander-Arnold's ball was not good, though. And Jed Spence can bring it away, can he? He goes back to Gray. Gray plays it long up the field. James Maddison gives it to Son. Sonny cuts in. For me, I think we're due a performance from Son. I don't think he's played well for a very long time now. And then we give the ball away again. We keep giving that ball away. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's done brilliantly. Anyone asking about Ackers, I've not done one today. I literally walked through my door about 3 hours before this game from holiday. So I'm absolutely shattered. I haven't slept overnight. Poor me. Boo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, here's Jed Spence down the left-hand side. But again, he's cut in because he's left-footed. He's cut in. And he's got inside. Here's Radu Dragusin. Goes out wide to Pedro Porro. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Pedro Porro with a long ball to Kulu. Kulu, can he whip that in early? We have men over. He hasn't. He's laid it back to Sarr. Now Liverpool have got bodies back, but Spurs are given away this time by Basuma. And now Liverpool are on the counter-attack. And they've slowed it down a little bit, luckily for Spurs. Yeah, and to be fair, we got bodies back quickly. But again, on the transition, Liverpool are looking like they can find those pockets of space in behind. Max Ryder, I can't agree with you more. There just isn't. I don't feel like it's a proper structure. I feel like it's just get it and go forward. Like just go gung-ho. There's no defensive shape. There's no rigidity. But hey, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't think that's harsh at all, Matt. Everybody in the chat, does anyone think Son's actually been playing well? I mean, listen, he scored from a corner. It doesn't mean he's been playing well, does it, Matt? Come on. Let's be honest here. Liverpool have now just put their foot on the ball, trying to kill the game slowly, but then they've switched the play. Diaz gets the ball. Diaz has taken it off Porro. He's cutting, and Gakpo's shot high and wide. But again, Porro, I'm going to say it, he can't defend. Have a look at this. He cannot defend. The ball there is it's too easy. It's too easy for Diaz to get that ball off him. There's a good ball down the line to Kulu. This is where maybe we could do something. Can Kulu get that across first time? He's not. He's going to run at his man. He's cut inside. He's still cutting inside. Now he's gone back to Sarr. Sarr has a shot and it's deflected. Why did it? Or did it just fly out? That's when we look at our most dangerous is on the counter-attack. Kulu laid it off to Sarr. Sarr's shot. Oh, no, it was. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that it was deflected. It wasn't. It was just a poor shot. But again, that's where we need to get. That's where we will be at our best. We've got to move it quickly out wide to the likes of Kulu. So far, Liverpool 5 shots to our 1. But we've won the ball back this time in the midfield. Here's Porro. He goes back to Radu Dragashin. He turns on the ball, goes out wide to Porro. Porro plays the ball forward, but it's offside, given away. The ref's going to allow play to go on here, and Liverpool are going to break again here. Here's Alexander-Arnold into Soboslai. Now he lays it back to Ryan Gravenberch. He goes out wide to Gakpo this time. Gakpo with loads of space. Always space on a left wing against Tottenham. He's going to run at Porro. He gets the ball across. It's come all the way over. It should be 1-0. Oh, great defending. Should have been 1-0. Great defending there. Tottenham are all at sea at the back. We are so wide open. Here's Sonny, though, on the counter-attack. Sonny's going to, again, the ball's taken off him like candy from a baby. Again, I mean, Mo Salah, the first shot was blocked by Spence. The second shot was blocked by Spence. Again, we are so wide open. We've given the ball away in midfield. Liverpool are now going forward again. Here's Mo Salah. He's trying to wriggle through. Mo Salah takes a shot and he's hit the bar, and Spurs are at 6s and 7s. I don't know how anyone likes these tactics. I don't know how anyone likes them. Liverpool have had chance after chance. We're 17 minutes into the game, and I make that 8 shots at goal now for Liverpool. Not all on target, but I think they've had 8 shots now. Mo Salah just wriggled through. No, but he hasn't been atrocious. He's done some bad things. He's also done some very good things. But look, I just think we're just all at sea. We all look at Liverpool again, passing it around us for fun here. Here's Diaz. He goes out wide to Gakpo. Gakpo cuts in, lays it off to Robertson. He dinks it across, and luckily it was not a good ball across. It's going to be recovered, though, by Alexander-Arnold, and that goes out for a corner. I'll tell you what. Sorry, guys. You call me negative. Guys and girls, call me negative all you want. But this style of play is just not the one. I don't know how anyone can enjoy being this wide open. Looking at it again, Salah just danced through, took the shot, and again, Basuma got the block in. It was his bad pass that led to that, but he got the block in. Mark, I just don't get it. Here's Andy Robertson. He's going to whip the ball in. Corner kick, headed away this time by Solanke, headed down by Szoboszlai, and Liverpool can regroup here. That's Spurs. Sorry, you're not watching the same game as me. They've had. This is what I mean. Fans like this are the problem. They don't get, not you. Fans like this. Why should it have been 1-0? They've had chance after chance after chance. That's why it should be 1-0. Sonny goes in. Szoboszlai with him. They've both kind of fallen over. Sonny wants a free kick. It's not going to be given. There's a ball over the top. Liverpool are in here. Here's Diaz. He lays it off to Gakpo. Gakpo shoots and cleared brilliantly by Gray. Oh, we are wide open. The flag went up that time. The flag went up that time, but this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. We are non-existent at the back and non-existent in midfield. It wasn't a foul on Son. I think they were both just both going for the ball. Neither of them were in control. No, I don't think that's a foul for me. I just think we look. Listen, the only positive I can give you to this game so far is that we're not losing, but we just look so wide open. We can blame players, but the tactics just leave us so wide open. I fail to believe they're going to go 90 minutes without exposing this. Here's Maddison, though. Maddison goes down the line to Son. Can Spurs get an attack going? Sonny cuts in, gives the ball into Kulu, and then Kulu can't hold on to it. And going forward, we've been non-existent, really. There's another ball over the top. Archie Gray's running onto it. He's laid it back to Forster. Salah's going to close him down. Forster does well that time, rolls the ball into midfield. I just don't know. This isn't a tactic. Spurs will score in a minute, and then I'll get loads of messages saying I'm in the mud. But this is madness. This is absolute madness. Here's Alexi McAllister, lays it off to Robertson. He's got it back here. He gives the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk now into Gravenberch. Gravenberch lays it off to Robertson. And again, they're going to build an attack down the left. Here's Gakpo. Gakpo comes inside, lays it off to Gravenberch. Back to McAllister. He switches the play. Oh, Daz, stop. Daz, if you can't see, and it's 1-0 Liverpool. It's 1-0. It's too easy. It's too easy. Daz, as I said, fans like you are the problem, mate. You can't see how shit this tactic is. You keep sticking up for it. It's been coming. It's been coming. I don't know if there's any chance of a VAR or anything, but it has been coming. We look absolutely wide open, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful through midfield, up top, at the back. We just look really poor. I don't know if there's... I don't know if we can get I'm clutching at straws for a VAR. Alexander-Arnold, no, he's well onside. He's well onside. Look, this guy, go away. Deluded. This is what I mean. Jellyfish, this is what I mean. These fans, just because they haven't had a shot on target doesn't mean they haven't had loads of chances. Look at that. It's that simple. It's that simple. Liverpool 1-0 up, and it's been coming. It's been coming. It's been men v boys. It's been men v boys. I just don't know how some fans watch this and enjoy it. Here's Archie Gray. We've got a manager that has no interest in building a tactic. Here's Solanke. whips it across, and the defender gets back well, Joe Gomez, and it's a corner kick to Tottenham. Can we bounce back straight away? Oh, again, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Where was anyone marking in the box? Here's Porro, lays it off to Kulu, cuts in, has a shot, does he? Kulu has a shot, and it flies wide. I don't know how close that was. I don't think it was close, but the angle we're looking at, agreed. I don't think we have a system. We just launch it long to Kulu, hope that he can cut in and do something. It's Liverpool haven't had to do anything groundbreaking here. They've worked out how to get in behind us already, and they're doing it already. Look how easy it is for them to get in behind us. So this is what they do brilliant. Look at this. Look how Van Dijk and Gomez slow the game down. Yeah. Then Alexander-Arnold slows it down. Bit of possession, not gung-ho, looking for the spaces, making us move, then switch the ball out wide, right? Now they're in. See, that's how Liverpool do it. Liverpool are in again here. This is, oh my God, Liverpool are in again here. That time it was a bad pass, kept in by Alexander-Arnold, and he couldn't keep it in the end. But Liverpool are swarming all over us at the moment, and I can see a second. Guys. I hate to say it, but we are so wide open. Liverpool are in again here. Here's the ball flicked through. There's Diaz. Diaz shoots. Good save, Forster. He should have saved it. But again, Liverpool, I don't even know how many shots. Can someone tell me how many shots Liverpool have had in this first half? I make it 11 or 10. I don't know if anyone can tell me from an app. Ten shots in 25 minutes. And people tell me this guy is a good manager. It's tactically dreadful. It is tactically horrendous. There's another ball down the line. Mo Salah is 1-on-1 with Archie Gray. Jed Spencer's come back to help him. And to be fair, really good defending by Archie Gray. Really good defending from Archie Gray that time. And to be fair, Spence and Gray doubled up on Mo Salah. But this is all we've got is the break. What, Sonny now? Don't slow it down. Sonny, oh, the pass wasn't great, but Sarr made up for it. Here's Basuma. Oh, guys, I mean, 10 shots in 25 minutes. Absolutely crazy. There's a ball over the top, straight into the arms of Alisson, who's had nothing to do so far today. Here's Gravenberch. Gravenberch played. They've worked out how to get in behind us here, haven't they? Here's Robertson down the left-hand side. He gives it to Diaz. Diaz goes back to Robertson. Liverpool have just got that good knack of knowing when to speed it up and when to slow it down. We only know how to speed it up. And there's a foul by James Maddison for the free kick, for the foul on Gravenberch, who was driving forward. I agree. I think he's been awful all season. It was a foul by Maddison. Mark, I just don't know. I completely agree. I'm just told every game I'm told, give him time. It just looks worse and worse. Let's be fair. Man U got him behind us how many times in the first half the other day? Anyway, thank you for all your support. Please do smash the like button. Here's Andy Robertson. Surely we can't afford to go 2-0 down against Liverpool. The ball goes across Dragusin with the header clear. Liverpool have knocked it down again. Here's Soboslai. He lays it off to Salah. Salah pulls it across. And, it's cleared off the line by by Dominic Solanke. Soboslai again whips it to the back post. It's come over to Alexander-Arnold. It's cleared again. Spurs are all over the place. Liverpool going down the left again. There's the ball out wide into the box, and it's cleared again. And Spurs, can they finally get it away? Here's Porro. Porro finally gets the ball down the line to Kulusevski, and it goes out. We are a shambles at the back. Big up to my airport friend, Mike Zappa. Big up, Mike. Great to meet you yesterday at the airport. I thought you had been sent to assassinate me. Big up to you, my man. 29 minutes gone. Guys, keep me up to date, please, with how many shots this Liverpool team have in the game, because I'm just finding it more and more embarrassing. Nah, they're in again here. No, he's offside. Oh, they were in again. Joe, this is the thing. Everyone keeps telling me what he's had to walk into. He's taken us backwards. He's taken us backwards in every aspect. We just score a lot of goals, and that masks everything. Here's Archie Gray into Jed Spence. Chloe, I can't even take the piss out of you for your team yesterday. Hope you're well. I'll speak to you at half time. And Liverpool again. Hang on. Solanke gets the ball, tries to play it through, but he's offside. Rich, mate, they've got what they deserve. I think anyone backing this manager, these tactics are horrendous. These tactics are absolutely horrendous. Oh, big up. We're only one subscriber away now from 14.6K. Liverpool driving through our midfield again. Gravenberch. Can Basuma get back to him? Liverpool are overloading. Here's Gakpo. Gakpo dances, then loses the ball. Sarr did brilliantly to get back to him. But I tell you what, Sarr did absolutely brilliantly there. And again, Sarr and Basuma, the amount of work they're having to cover is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, guys and girls, why do we do it to ourselves? Are you not entertained, said Ange. No, I'm not, Ange. No. Wow. Yeah, this is oh gosh. I don't know what. Sometimes, like I said to my friend a couple of weeks ago, I was like, am I mad? Like, I said to him, am I negative? Am I watching Spurs and seeing something completely different to what everyone else online is? He said to me, no, you guys are an absolute mess, which is why other fans love watching you. I was like, yes, we are a mess, aren't we? Like, Anyway, here's Basuma on the halfway line. He's going to try and drive down the line, but Alexander-Arnold cuts that out. Bobby Andrews. How you doing, Bobby? Hope you're well. Absolutely. Any other manager off a brain would have changed something. It's clearly not working. He never does. Never does. Never will. Let's be fair. Liverpool will be disappointed they're only 1-0 up, if we're going to be brutally honest. It has been very much men v boys here, hasn't it? Here's Dragosine into Porro. There's the ball launched forward, but Joe Gomez heads that clear. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk have won everything in the air down there, haven't they? And then there's a free kick given away by Alexis McAllister. And Kulusevski wants to take it quickly. He plays a quick ball over the top, and the ref's asked to pull it back. Rich, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, give him time. He's trying to change the culture, bro. Would you have him at your club? No. Tells you everything. I think the other day, after the other day, I think it was something like 180 shots in 7 or 8 games. Honestly, it is baffling how bad we are. I think it's absolutely shocking. Here's Liverpool again going through our midfield. Here's Diaz, brings it down wonderfully. He's now going to lay it off to Alexander-Arnold. We've got bodies back this time, but Liverpool with Diaz on the overlap. Diaz now cuts in, slows it down. Liverpool are very good at this. They're not gung-ho when they go forward. Sometimes they go very quick. Other times they slow it down. They're methodical in the way they play. Where's that guy who said, oh, they play like Spurs? Who said that? Here's Diaz, one-on-one with Jed Spence. Jed Spence gets the tackle in this time, did really well. And now Spurs have got the ball. Here's Sonny. Sonny gives it to Sarr. Sarr goes back into Dragusin. Really good defending there from Jed Spence. He got the foot in. And he had to, because otherwise Diaz would have skipped past him. Really good defending that from Jed Spence. There's the ball over the top for James Maddison. It's forced him very, very wide. Spurs at the moment the ball was taken off him. Candy from Baby again. Maddison absolutely easily dispossessed. Every time the ball goes to Son, to Kulu, to Solanke, to Maddison, they're just being dispossessed with ease. As it stands, we are bottom half of the table and 8 points off of the top 4, 8 points behind Nottingham Forest. By the way, everyone, Nottingham Forest's entire back 4 cost £19 million. Let that sink in as Liverpool cut through us again. Look at the gaps. Look at the gap. I can look at the gaps. Here's Gakpo, pulled across by Robertson. 1 in the air, and Liverpool are 2-0 up. Liverpool are 2-0 up. Spurs are absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Liverpool are 2-0 up. It's been coming. It's been coming. We can't even complain. We cannot complain. We look shocking. Ange is just standing there again. Now do something, Ange. Again, I'm bored of listening to me talk about this. Again, Szoboszlai. This was so easy. Look, Szoboszlai to Diaz to Gakpo. Cuts in on Porro. The ball's whipped across. Headed down. And then McAllister ghosts in. No one with him. It is absolute easy. This is absolutely easy for Liverpool. We are an absolute shambles. This manager has taken us so far backwards. No midfield, no plan, no defence, no tactics. This is absolutely shocking. Just to confirm, by the way, at the moment, Tottenham Hotspur are in 11th place. 11th place. Bearing in mind, West Ham fans want their manager sacked. We're 3 points above West Ham. And at the moment, we've lost more games than West Ham. We've lost more games than Palace and more games than Everton. Let that sink in. Only the bottom 4 clubs have lost more games than Tottenham Hotspur. This is shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. They're going forward again here. They're going forward again. And luckily, this time, Robertson and Gakpo weren't on the same wavelength. Big up, please do smash the like button if you haven't already. We should be on 300 likes. We're only on 224. And we're 1 subscriber away from 14.6k. So please do smash that like button. Mark, I keep saying this. All the facts have shown how far backwards this manager's taken us in 18 months. And I just keep hearing how great we are. But hang on, we've got a chance here. Sonny whips the ball across. And and he was offside. Poor ball anyway. Ian, I'm not. No. No. Forest beat this lot. Newcastle got a point with this lot. Liverpool drew with somebody else the other day. Who was it? I don't know, Everton or someone. I'm sorry. Tactics. We have to start blaming the tactics. Here's Sonny. Shoot. Oh, he's spurred it wide. Oh, my God. Oh. Yeah, I agreed, Chloe. Agreed. How are you, love? You all right? Hope you're well. I'll catch up with you a bit later. I hope you're all right. Oh. I just don't get it. Listen, we can blame Levy and co, sure, but you've got to make it difficult. You've got to make it difficult for them. Sit in, put 2 banks of 4. He's just letting them run through us. Oh, Bobby, you could have the job. You could have it. You. There you go. You and Daniela Stewart. There you go. I'll just pick 2 people at random. Oh, I don't know how we do this every game. I don't know how we do this every game. Sorry, I forgot to change the score. Wayne, this is what he does. This is what fans love. Oh, Ange is the man. Ange ball. Get this clown out my football club. I'm just embarrassed. Look how easily teams run through us. It is embarrassing. Here's Sonny. Plays it down the line to Kulu. He plays it into Solanke. Lays it off to Sonny. Here's Maddison. Can Spurs. Oh, he tried to squeeze the ball through. Sarr, can he have a shot? And straight into the arms of Alisson. Oh. What'd you do? Alfred, we simply, hang on, we're in here, James Maddison, and we're back in the game, 2-1. Spurs are back in the game. I didn't see what happened. I thought it was a free kick. McAllister's asking for a free kick, but I think we scored out of nothing. The referee's having none of it. He's asking VAR. Sorry, guys, I didn't see it. But it looks like Spurs have pulled one back. Virgil van Dijk is arguing with the ref. I can't, by the way, because I can't hear. I don't know what happened there. I can't see. I want to see this again. I can't see anything wrong with it. So McAllister went down. He's saying he's been kicked, but it doesn't matter because the ref's given it, I think. And then a good finish by James Maddison. Again, James Maddison racking up some goals and assists this season. Whipped it round the defender. Good finish from James Maddison. I think Spurs are back in this game. Yeah, Spurs are back in this game. And Ange's blushes have been halved. So Tottenham have pulled one back out of absolutely nothing. So James Maddison has now 5 goals in his last 6 appearances. 5 in his last 6. So have Tottenham got the fight back in them? Because this has been a very poor game from Spurs. Oh, no. Liverpool through on goal. Oh, God, we got back and the refs, and the offside. Oh, my gosh. One ball split Spurs open, but he was offside. I can't keep up. Let's have a look. Yeah, he was offside. Diaz went early. The ball through the middle. And one of those ones where the lino doesn't put his flag up. Never a dull game at Spurs, is it? Never a dull game from Spurs. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2. Here's Sonny into Basuma. The ball's then gone over the top, given away by Spurs. And now, can we find some renewed energy? Given away by Liverpool, but one back by Liverpool. Given away by Liverpool, one back by Spurs. Oh, my gosh. This club, honestly, this club is going to be the death of me. So here's Basuma. Can Spurs get an unlikely half-time draw? No, not with balls like that, we can't. Here's Liverpool going forward. Here's Soboslai. He slips. Now, everyone's slipping, but we've come away with the ball. Go on, Sar. There's the ball. Too late. Oh, I thought he could have played a diagonal there. Now the ball's gone out to Kulu on the left. Kulu's got Spence overlapping. No, he's cut back, gone into Basuma. Liverpool have got back into shape, but at least they haven't got the ball. Here's Sarr into Radu Dragusin. Dragusin with a awful ball. An awful ball into the channels. And now, finally, some emotion from Ange Postecoglou. Oh, gee, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this club. I've never seen such an organised mess. It's chaos, isn't it? Dragusin now knocks the ball forward. Van Dijk will win that in the air. Basuma tries to bring it down, but he doesn't. Szoboszlai does. Now Szoboszlai is taken out by Basuma, but no, the ref said it was a good tackle, and it's a throw into Liverpool. Yes, both. Oh gosh, I've just never seen such awful tactics from any manager at any club. I just think it's dreadful. I just think it's just so hard to watch. Here's Luis Diaz. Knocks it back to Andy Robertson. Now to Van Dijk. Van Dijk now goes out wide. The ball goes back to Van Dijk. Liverpool just putting their foot on the ball. There's 2 minutes of injury time. We're into the first minute. Here's Joe Gomez. There's the ball played out wide. Alexander-Arnold keeps it on. Then he knocks a hopeful ball forward. It's flicked on. Liverpool through it. Mo Salah. He's got 2 men with him. He's gone out to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, 3-1. They've carved through us. We are absolutely shit. I've said it. Clip me up. I don't care. Absolute shite from Tottenham Hotspur. This manager's style of football it's not even a style. It's not even a style. Look how easy that was. Look how easy that was. By the way, I don't change the scoreboard straight away because I want to see if there's any offsides or VAR. Salah had the freedom of the park, gave it to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai ran through 3-1. Nothing wrong with that goal. Spurs are a comical mess. Absolute mess at the back. Right. Anyone know the number of a good travel agent? I need to go on holiday again. This is shit. I'm going on holiday. I'm ending the stream. If only that was true. Liverpool have ripped us apart this half. Ripped us apart. This is absolutely shambolic from Tottenham Hotspur. Dominic Szoboszlai with his second league goal this season. Just what made me laugh about it is Mo Salah had the freedom of the park. They're away again here. They're away again here. No, they're not. Archie Gray's covering. Oh, get rid of it, Archie. They had the freedom of White Lane. Here's Maddison. Can Maddison get us back into it? He's giving it to Son. Sonny down the line. That's a crap ball from Son. That's a really poor ball. Half time. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Liverpool 3. This is absolutely shambolic. Again, teams ripping through us at will. Absolutely ripping through us at will. Do you know what? Call me negative. Call me what you want. But this is absolutely diabolical, suicidal football from Tottenham. And we are being taken to the cleaners yet again. I don't want to hear that this manager should stay because we're in the semi-finals of the League Cup. This is absolutely shambolic. We're entertained. Ange said, are you not entertained? No, Ange, I'm not. I'm embarrassed by how bad your football is, mate. Let's have a look what that's done to the league table. So Tottenham Hotspur have now conceded more goals than Everton. The same number as Man United, the same number as Fulham, more than Newcastle, more than Bournemouth, more than Forest, more than Arsenal, more than Chelsea, more than Liverpool. All these people with this narrative that we've got a really good defence. It is which, oh, everybody knows what to do on my channel. Guys, girls, first and foremost, smash that like button, please. Second of all, please do subscribe. We're only one subscriber away from 14.6K as we hunt down the 15,000 subscribers. And 5 words to describe that game, that half, Tottenham, Ange's management, whatever you want. Give me 5 words. I am absolutely shattered just from 45 minutes. It's Rum Scully has said, Son is awful. He just looks gone, doesn't he? He really, really does. Jamie has said 5. Did anyone expect anything else? Mate, you would just think, I just can't do it. Listen, I'm not going to talk about other YouTubers. When you comment about other YouTubers in the stream, I'm not going to. But, I mean, this has been utterly atrocious from start to finish yet again. Matt Cox, big up. Agreed. We're lucky it's not 5-0. Greg said, why are you surprised? I mean, Greg, there's being surprised and there's being surprised, right? When you're saying we're light years behind them, make it difficult for them. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this, right? So when we're saying we're light years behind them, in their last 2 league games, they drew 2-2 at their own ground with Fulham, and they drew with Newcastle away. Those clubs made it harder for Liverpool to win, but we're just going, go on, walk through us. And I'm going to blame this guy. This is all your fault. What is this? What is this? And I need a wee. Can you talk? I need a wee. Can you talk?
Yeah. Go. Listen, big up everyone. Smash a like for the show. Make sure you follow Football Heritage TV. Savva saying it as it is each and every time. Guys, listen, my perspective on this game, we've been completely outplayed, outclassed by Liverpool. Tactically, player v player. They've dominated. They've been in control. And if I was to break down the goals, the first goal we conceded just shows how poor the coaching is from Ange Postecoglou. You saw Spence begin to run out wide, and then he stopped, pulled back, and let Son go. If Spence kept going, I think he shuts down the cross that came in for the first goal. So miscommunication between Spence and Son, poor decision-making. That is our defence in a nutshell under this manager tactically. Savva, what I was saying is I was just breaking down the first goal. For me, Spence began running out wide, stopped, pulled back, let Son go. If Spence kept going like a fullback should, he protects. He's got a much better chance of stopping the cross. And that little passage of play where Spence going, pulling back, letting Son go, that is the poor defensive unit and the poor individual coaching that I've been saying under this manager. That can all be fixed on the training ground, but it's not. And I've seen that happen time after time again, which leaves the fullback position vulnerable. That's where the cross came in from. We've got no midfield in this game. I don't know. I know Maddison scored, but Maddison, Saab, Basumi, this game for me have been non-existent.
I agree.
I agree. We said before the match, I said, if Kulu's the player he makes out to be, that we make him out to be, show me what you got. Kulu's done nothing this game. Absolutely nothing. The second goal, Szoboszlai, wide open, receives the ball. 3 midfielders, one behind, one left to right. He receives it, unchallenged, sets up the goal. And then the third goal, Dragusin can't play a high line. I've said it 1,000 times. He gets it wrong. We get caught. I don't know if it was a pass or a defensive clearance from their wing back, but one long ball. Have you ever heard that before? One long ball, the whole team gets wiped out. That first half, yes, praise Liverpool. Yes, praise Arne Slot. Yes, praise their players. But that was tactically awful from Spurs. And these players who we're told are really, really good have looked so average. So poor. Dominated. Savva, we've been dominated. The goal we scored was fortunate as well. Great finish by Maddison, by the way. Really good finish. Really good finish.
Do you know what I don't get is Liverpool haven't even had to work for it. We are
simple
we are
football.
so
Savva,
wide
simple
open.
football. Simple football.
Mo
Simple.
Salah there, right? One ball flicked over the top. I'm talking about the third goal here. One ball flicked over the top. Mo Salah's going, right, do I want to play the guy on the left, the guy through the middle, or the guy on the right? It's like we've got a free caravan site and we've just said to everyone, just pitch up. Stick your caravan where you want, mate. Just park wherever you want. We're giving everybody the freedom of our pitch. The fullbacks aren't in position. The midfielders aren't in position. Sonny and Kulu, for me, have done next to nothing on the wings. Maddison's non-existent other than the goal. Solanke's hold-up play, again, for me, looks shocking. Dragashin and Gray at the back. Stop playing it out. You can't... I just don't know what more to say.
Savva, honestly, anyone that says that...
Oh, hang on. Are you... Sorry, one sec.
Oh, yeah. These are comments that were before the show. Ange told us 3-2 Spurs win. Then he said Solanke will bang. And the best one was Billy. Ange is a better manager than Slot. He will cook. This is what we're dealing with, people, right? I took these screenshots on purpose because I knew what was going to happen today. I just want to show you the problem we're up against. These kinds of comments, it's delusional.
It's mad.
We've been completely outplayed by a far better coached football team. Yes, Liverpool have got better players, but the way they are making us look. Do you know what that first half reminds me of, Savva? I don't know if anyone knows much about youth football, but under 13s is a really important age because that's the first time you play 11-a-side football. And it's all new. It's different. The pitch is bigger. The goals are bigger. The dynamic. This is real football now. This is the real game.
Yeah.
It looks like an under 13s team that's playing 11-a-side football for the first time today. We look like we're playing 11-a-side football for the first time today, watching Spurs in that first half.
Mate, I agree. Do you know what I don't understand is somebody made...
Ange shakes his head. Ange is like...
Well, the thing is, somebody messaged me earlier, and I can't think it might have been Jack Herbert. I think if it was one of the Jacks who follows me, and he said, do you know what, Savva? He said, most managers would say we're playing top of the league. We're playing a very well-organised Liverpool team that have lost one. If I'm not wrong, Liverpool have lost one game in all competitions this season. I don't think they've lost in the Champions League. Hang on, I'm just double-checking it.
You're right. You're right. One game all season.
Right.
Yeah.
So they've played, 6 Champions League games, 3 League Cup games. That's 9.
Yeah.
They've played 17 league games. So they've played 26 games and lost 1. And he said... I've added that bit, but Jack turned around and said to me, any top manager would go, hang on, don't let this lot play. You know, have a bank of 4 sat back as a back 4, stick 3 men in front of them and just try and hit them on the counter attack. Not this manager. And he finished it off and said, but you know what Ange will do. You know he's going to play with these massive gaps, and it's still, I'm telling you what you already know here. It's one pass to break through us.
It's embarrassing.
It's so bad.
It's embarrassing. Arnie Slot's been in the job for just over 4 months, and he's bought one player who's injured, Chiesa. Ange Postecoglou has had 18 months in the job, spent £350 million. Anyone that watches that today and says to me, progress, you're not deluded. You're unstable as a human being if you think that is progress. There's nothing on that pitch today that says to me progress. Yes, maybe one goal could have been avoided today if Van de Ven and Romero were playing. I'm happy to accept that. But what Liverpool are doing with us, I don't think Romero or Van de Ven changed the control. No. The comfort that they're controlling the game with is scary that we can't even lay a glove on them.
But the thing is, you're bang on still. And this is where I think, look, I'm like you, I think, in lots of ways. Like, I love the tactical side of it. I like looking at how has a team been put together. And what people will do after the game, whatever the score is, they'll say, yeah, but if Van de Ven and Romero, but still, you're right. If Van de Ven and Romero play, that wouldn't have stopped us being cut through in midfield.
No chance.
Wouldn't have stopped the transition. I'm at the stage where when people are now saying, "Oh, you don't understand Ange, and Ange will get it right, and Ange needs time, and it's a rebuild," I feel now we're at the point where this is pure delusion, and that people don't want to turn around and go, "Yeah, hang on." Like, let me put it this way, still. Sorry for the rant. If anyone turned around right now and went, "You know what, guy? Yeah, this manager's got it wrong," I'm not going to turn around and go, "You were wrong about Ange." I'd be like, yes, he's got it wrong. He's not managing well. But too many people can't turn around and say, "Yeah, this is bad." This will be 1 win in 6 unless we score 3 goals in that second half without reply. This is going to be 1 win in 6 in the Premier League.
Savva, all we do is repeat ourselves. You know, we beat a Southampton team who, let's be honest, they're relegated. We beat a Man United team who, let's be honest, they're a complete mess. That club needs a reset, the mother of resets. They've got a stadium that's collapsing. They've got players that don't suit the system. They've got a new manager that's come in that's got his work cut out, and he's had no transfer windows yet. And imagine, and they've won more in the last 2 years than we have in the last 25. Imagine that. We glorify victories against teams where you think, hold on, were we brilliant, or is there something wrong with them as well? No, it's just us. We're brilliant. But when you actually look at the season as a whole and you look at the games we've played, there's only 2 or 3 games where I've watched this season. I thought, do you know what? Spurs, you were excellent. I can actually see a team that can flourish. But I'm talking about 10%, maybe 15% of the games all season. The rest, I'm like, what am I watching? Or that team we played are awful. I'm not. This word progress has really frustrated me with our fans. People that say, but you can see we're progressing. Based on what? That's not progress. We are being dominated, completely bossed, and we're the home team. We're the home team.
Still, just so you know, right? So if we go on, if we continue this today and we lose this game,
we're losing to Forest like this, Savva. We're going to lose to Forest like this.
It will be 1 win in 6 Premier League games, 3 defeats, right? And at the moment, as it stands still, the only 4 teams that have lost more games than us, right, is Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton, who all came up last year, and Wolves, who have just sacked their manager, right? At the moment, Spurs are nearly at a 50% loss rate for the season. This is 8 in 17. So I'm not teaching you to suck eggs. I know you know these facts, but just to hammer home how bad it is. 8 defeats in 17 games. And I'm being told that things are getting better. We're on the right path. This is I just don't know what has to happen. I don't know what has to happen here.
Everything we spoke about before the kickoff, in terms of tactics, in terms of stats, in terms of explaining goals scored and goals conceded, win rates, everything we've said, we are now seeing it in front of us play out. Barring a miracle and a Liverpool collapse and somehow we get a 3-3 draw, or God forbid a 4-3 win, which will be one of the greatest games in the history of the Premier League. The way this is going now, Spurs have to go for it. They have to go for it, which means that gap at the back is going to become even more wide open. This game will probably finish 6-2. 6-2, something stupid like that now. If Liverpool are clever, they'll just keep possession at their pace, let Spurs run around like headless chickens trying to win the ball to try and create an attack, and then just pick us off. If they're clever now, and Arne Slot has shown this season, his in-game management tactically has been one of the best in the league this year. I expect Arne Slot now to just slow down the game a bit, keep possession, and let Spurs run themselves into the ground trying to get that ball back. And when we get tired, they'll pick off the gaps. They haven't even brought on Jota yet. We've still got Jota to come on. You know.
Do you know what I don't get though? Is I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, make a sub like we have kicked off by the way, but you know. I'm thinking to myself, put 2, I don't care. Take one of the forwards off. Put 2 men in front of the back four and tell them, do not move. Plug the gaps. Porro, stay back, counter attack. But he won't change a thing, mate. That's the problem with this. He will not change a thing.
No, he just stands there shaking his head. Savva, I'm going to go watch the game.
Man. Listen,
I think we've lost this. I think we've pretty. You never know, but it's pretty much done for me. I think.
Mate, I don't even care if we come back and draw this. This football is not sustainable. Listen, I'll see you at full time.
See you later, Savva. Cool.
All right, cheers, bye. Big ups to absolutely everyone. The game has kicked off. We're in the 47th minute of the game. It's absolutely mad. Yeah, listen, I can look. There's so many comments I could read out that I completely agree with. But Spurs again, we just look. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's a throw into Tottenham deep into our own half, down by the right back area. Let me just have a little bit of a drink. So big up to each and every one of you. Please smash the like button. We should be at 350, 400 likes. We're only at 281. So please press that button. Here's Liverpool winning the ball in midfield again. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Again, look at the difference with Van Dijk. He's so cool, calm and composed. There's no rush from him to do anything. There's the ball over the top. And Liverpool have brought it down well. Here's Szoboszlai. Liverpool have got 4-on-4 here. There's the ball over the back. And it's gone out. Again, Spurs exposed there. Salah, if that had been a better ball, they were through on goal again. Yeah, yes. Yeah, don't worry. We beat Southampton. Everyone then goes, oh, where's Savva? He's in the mud. I'm like, oh, what, really? What? Again, Kulu giving the ball away. Liverpool just look dominant. And they don't really need to do a lot now, do they? They don't need to do a lot to win this game. Listen, Spurs grab the next goal. It makes it interesting. But at the moment, I just can't see what we do. Here's Luis Diaz. George, thank you for asking. My holiday was absolutely lovely. And then I came back to this. Big up, by the way, as well to Donna, who said it was going to be 9-6 to Tottenham. That prediction is still on. Big up to Hennessy, who's saying 4-1 to Liverpool. We can't defend. Well, you're one goal away from being right. Jamie Allen, big up to you. Said, why would you press like that right before half time? Exactly. It's absolutely horrendous in-game management. And Mark Cook for the super sticker. Big up to all of you. I really do appreciate your support on the channel. Thank you very much to all four of you. Anton, I said total capitulation or the greatest comeback ever. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Listen, grab the next goal. Anything's possible. But if we concede another one, the heads could go and this could get embarrassing. This is what I'm saying. When I've got loads of people messaging me talking about Pep and saying, oh, look at the mess City are in. Saying, worry about us. Worry about us before we worry about City. Worry about us. Anyway, big up to each and every one of you. There's just under 500 of you in here watching for the second half. So welcome to each and every one of you. I hope you're all well. And it's a throw into Liverpool. Still only 287 likes. Come on, people. Show some love. Smash that like button, please. There's a ball over the top by Van Dijk. Given away again by Basuma, is it? No, I think Maddison can bring it down, but it's given away again. And Liverpool are winning every second ball, aren't they? But Porro wins that time in the midfield. He swept the ball wide to Son. Sonny is one-on-one with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who takes it off him for fun. And then Solanke. Again, Solanke for me, his hold-up play there is nowhere near good enough. Kate, I know it's my fault. I came back from holiday and I bought back Spursy with me, haven't I? I'm so sorry. I would have loved to have stayed where I was, but unfortunately, all good things must come to an end until the next good thing. So 15 minutes gone, 5 minutes to second half. Hang on, there's a ball over the top. Cleared this time by Jed Spence. Salah was hot on his heels and now Forster long Sweeps it high and long. By the way, that now means in our last 3 home games, we've conceded 10 goals in 3 home games. 10 goals. 3 to Man United, 4 to Chelsea, 3 so far to Liverpool. So in 2.5 games, we've conceded 10 goals at home. This can't go on much longer. Surely Levy's got to pull that trigger at some point. We're a laughing stock. Here's Gakpo. Plays it through. This time we've managed to get our foot to it and clear it, and Liverpool will slow things down. There's a ball swept forward, this time to Salah. Salah's one-on-one with Spence, and Spence does well. Spence has done some... Spence, for me, has probably been the better player on the pitch from a Spurs perspective today. Yeah, I think Spence has done some good bits against Salah. Not completely brilliant, but he's done some good bits. He's the ray of light, I would say, tonight. Now, can Spurs build up an attack here? Here's Basuma driving through midfield. He's fouled by Szoboszlai, who's going to get a yellow card for a blatant foul. And listen, let's look at some... Let's try and be slightly positive. If we can get the next goal, it makes for a very interesting game. Dominic Szoboszlai's 4th yellow card of the season. Agreed. Yeah, agreed. But listen, so here's Spurs in our own half. Here's Papa Sarr. He plays it out wide to Porro. Porro goes back into Sarr. That's better. Now Sarr driving through midfield. Brilliant play from McAllister. Sarr lost the ball far too easily there. This game, listen, you can just see them hitting us on the counter-attack. I'm not saying we won't have chances, but you can just see it. They're slowing the game down to their tempo. And now Alexander-Arnold has got the ball in the right-back area. Just coming up to 53 minutes played. Alexander-Arnold with a ball over the top. Again, cut out by Jed Spence, who for me has been the best Spurs player on the pitch. Basuma does well there. Turns. Gives it to Maddison. He now turns. He plays a ball over the top. It's going to be a foot race between Joe Gomez and Son. Joe Gomez clears it down the line. And Liverpool have got away with that one, actually. No, we've won it back. Jed Spencer's won it back. Here's Kulusevski, and he's tackled really easily there. And Liverpool are on a counter-attack again. It's going to be, they're pouring forward. It's 4-on-4. Here's Diaz. Diaz plays in Gakpo. Gakpo squares it, and it's 4-1. Liverpool are 4-1 up, and it's gone from bad to worse. Stack this pile of shit right now. Pardon my language. But it's my channel. I'll say what I want. Sack this manager. It is shocking. Kulu lost the ball in midfield. Liverpool broke. The gaps at the back are there for everyone to see. I'm just gonna see if there's any VAR issues or anything before. But again, Kulu, look how easily he was dispossessed. And then Gakpo. Let's see if there was any offsides. Is Gakpo? He was onside. Gakpo. Salah's onside, yeah, they're all onside. It's 4-1. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely embarrassing at this stage. Absolutely embarrassing. And can't even be upset by it. Can't be upset by it. This is what happens when you have a crap manager and a fan base that wants him. I'm sorry. This is what happens. This is what happens. So, if we now look what that's done, Spurs have now conceded 23 goals. Our defence, all of a sudden, people were saying was good, is now, I believe... I'll tell you what, could someone do me a favour? Where are we in the defence league now in terms of how many where are we? How many teams have conceded more than us? Here's Liverpool again, though, on the right-hand side. Salah is running at Spence. Salah is running at him. He's twisting. He's turning. Spence has done really well again. He's the only one for me at the moment that comes out of this with any credit at the moment. Let me see if I can work this out while I'm streaming. There's a ball over the top to Son. Joe Gomez is going to get there. And Joe Gomez is going to save that for... Joe Gomez has done brilliantly there. How many teams have conceded more than us? Less than us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have the 10th best defense in the league now. So the 10th best defense in the league. You'll never sing that. 10th best defense in the league. Scott, they won't listen, mate. Scott, they'll never listen. They'll never listen. This is the guy that people backed. They can't admit how bad he is. Now, Mo Salah is the top goal scorer in the Premier League with 14 goals. They're through again. Liverpool are through on goal. Here's Szoboszlai. He's rounded the keeper and he's missed a one-on-one. And Liverpool should be 5-1 up. Liverpool should be 5-1 up. This is getting so embarrassing. The manager is not changing it. He might have been offside, but it was very close. Oh my God. Chloe, don't. We're about to concede as many as you did yesterday. 4-1. 4-1. And it's a throw into Spurs. Big up, Nige, Pure Coys. How you doing, bro? Love you, dude. Hope you're well. Spurs are bringing on Bergvall and Brennan Johnson. Papa Sara's gone off. And so is the scapegoat. It's always James Maddison. It's always James Maddison that's the scapegoat, isn't it? Maddison and Sara off, Bergvall and Johnson on. This could get messy, people. Don't forget to join us at 7:30 tonight for the Spurs review. It's just absolutely, it's comical, right? Aren't we at the stage where this is funny? Like, this is so bad. This is so bad. Lee Kettle, Lee, please, can you not put that picture up? When blokes put up their gym picture of them with a six-pack, it makes me realise just how out of shape I am. Big up to you, my mate. Hope you're well. Dave, that's not Dave Asbury Forest, is it? Dave, is that you? Let me know in the chat if it is. I'll message you later. Big up to you. Here comes Spurs. Can we grab a goal back? There's a good ball from Son into Kulu, and Van Dijk's far too good for that. You're not going to spin. You're not going to spin Van Dijk that easily. He's too good for that. Big up to Wayne Holland, that said, Christ, I thought we were bad versus Wolves, but God, you're even worse. Irrelevant it was Wolves. Your defence is parting like the Red Sea. Mate, it's our forward line, it's our midfield, it's our defence. They're all parting like the Red Sea. And now Joe Gomez heads it away. And now Liverpool on a break. No, it's been won back. No, it hasn't. Liverpool, I'll tell you what, that was outrageous skill, but he didn't manage to keep it on. Let me know in the chat, what do you think the score is going to be now, people? I just have no idea. Please do like, please subscribe if you haven't already. We've only got 301 likes, and we've got 14,602 subscribers. Liverpool have got another chance for a break here. There's the ball. Salah is one-on-one with Jed Spence. Salah is going to run at him, Jed Spence. He's laid it down the line, Salah, and well defended from Archie Gray there. I mean, what's this going to do for him? What's this going to do for his confidence? Alan, we look a shambles. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to talk about other YouTubers, guys. Please, when you put other YouTubers' names in the chat, I'm not going to talk about other YouTubers. It's just I find it childish, so I'm not going to do that. Last 3 home games, wow. 11 goals conceded, 53 shots against us in 3 games. And Liverpool are away again here. They're through on goal. This is going to be 5. Spurs are 5-1 down. This is embarrassing. It's funny how bad we are. This manager has to get the sack. This is so bad. He has sat and watched this. Dave Asprey, I'm just going to pause. Love you, dude. Hope you're well. I'll WhatsApp you later tonight. Listen, much love, man. I was thinking about you yesterday, actually. I'll come back to you in a minute, mate. Spurs are 5-1 down. Ange, please do the honourable thing. Leave this club with some sort of, I don't know, some sort of credit, or I don't know, just something. It was absolutely shocking yet again. Tottenham are losing 5-1 at home to Liverpool, and we have now conceded 12 goals in 3 home games and faced 54 shots. Foxy, it's bloody working, mate, isn't it? It's bloody working. Again, a good manager trying things. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 5. I'm really glad I came back from holiday for this. I'm just going to ask the wife if she's booked another holiday for tomorrow by any chance. What on earth are we doing? Robski, absolutely. He's got to go. This is just shocking. And there's 30 minutes to go. But Val's lost the ball. Liverpool are in again here. Liverpool are in again. Oh, we've cleared this one just. Are we giving it away again? Oh, my gosh. We are an absolute mess. We are an absolute shambles as Bergvall gives away a free kick. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Just think of all the times I'm told I'm wrong and I'm negative. Look at us. We are an absolute mess. Right, defence update. Where are we now? How many teams have conceded more than us? Less than us? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're still 10th. Don't worry, guys. We're still 10th in the defensive table because that's one of the arguments for all the Ange fans, isn't it? That's one of the arguments. Oh, look how good we are. Mate, he's killing the club. He's killing this club. This is one of the worst managers I've seen at Tottenham Hotspur. It is embarrassing. They're going to score more. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold, what a save. What a save from Fraser Forster. They're now taking the piss out of us. Alexander-Arnold's about 35 yards out, takes a long looping shot, and Forster with a big save. They're going to score again. They're going to score again, aren't they? This is absolutely embarrassing. They haven't shown his face, I don't think. Mark, absolutely nothing changes. He sits and watches. Nothing changed. Liverpool and again. Here's Van Dijk. Oh, no, they're going to score again. And it's saved this time. I tell you what, we are lucky we are not 6-1 down. This is absolutely horrific. Liverpool are fighting for every ball as though they're 5-1 down. I think he's worse than Bielsa. Trust the process. Oh, my gosh. There's a ball over the top. Solanke. No, Van Dijk clears it. Oh, we can't even get the ball luckily run for us. Chloe, I'm laughing at us. We're dreadful. Here's Kulu. He's trying to dance through. And the ball he pulled back has gone out for a corner kick. I'm going to say this, guys. I can't see Spurs winning this game. I'm not sure if anyone agrees with me or not. Oh, my God. We don't get battered. We only lose by 1 goal. Here's Basuma to Kulu to Porro. Porro, his cross goes off of Robertson for a corner. Jerry, absolutely. Any proper club are sacking this clown right now tonight. This is the worst manager I've seen at Spurs for 20-odd years. I think he is absolutely embarrassing. Here's Kulu trying. He's trying to weave his way through, but Liverpool are defending brilliantly. Oh my gosh, Liverpool have got a 2-on-2. Basuma's going to get back to him. And Spence got the header in. And Bergvall mops up. I'll tell you what. Wow. Royston, I'm not accepting a cup if it means I have to watch this football week in, week out. Here's Kulu. Can he crosses it? It's fallen. No, it can't fall for anyone. We can't do a thing. Sonny, can he get the shot away? He's gone back to Bergvall. It's mad, isn't it? It's absolutely mad in this world that people rate Ange. I know it's mad. Guys and girls, I'm going to shamelessly ask, there's 600 of you in here. We're trying to get to 15K ASAP. We're on 14,602. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Here's Kulu. He's twisting, he's turning, he's shooting, and it's out for a corner. Oh, it's all irrelevant at this stage, isn't it? Michael, mate, I just think this is a terrible vanity project. We've got these lot twice coming up. We've got Arsenal away. Wow. There's a corner kick whipped in, punched clear by Alisson, out to Bergvall. Bergvall to Son. Sonny. Can he beat Alexander-Arnold? No, Alexander-Arnold takes him again, candy from a baby, and the offside flag is up. Sonny has been absolutely horrendous. These tactics are not on Levy. No. Yes, this result was coming. Wow. And they're bringing on Curtis Jones and Jota for McAllister and Gakpo. Yes, but you can also see the gap in the tactics. How people are still not seeing the tactics are killing us is unbelievable. Losing to Liverpool is no shame. Getting battered like this because your manager has not attempted to change the tactics is embarrassing. We've still got fans who can't see it. I'm absolutely baffled. I'm baffled. Every time Liverpool go forward, they look like they're going to score. Every time they go forward. Billy, when we first got him, I said, cool, give the guy a chance. Yeah, something fresh. After the first 15 games, nah, done. Project over. Awful manager. Spence this time. Oh, he's given the ball away. Liverpool have got it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. There's a ball over the top. Pedro Porro heads it back to Forster. Oh, my God. I just don't know what to say anymore. Listen, for me, I can't believe he's not been sacked already. Honestly, I don't know how anyone's watching. This isn't a one-off though, is it? They're just the better quality that can finish the chances off. I don't know what to say anymore, peeps. I don't know what to say. Ishmael Turner, if you keep putting this in the chat, you're going to be blocked. Stop it. You've put it in. Right, you're being blocked. Mate, yeah, it's who we are. A laughing stock. You're being impatient. What? Sorry, Michael. This has got to be sarcasm, right? Mate, this is on everyone. These tactics are embarrassing. These tactics are embarrassing. Surely you do what Nottingham Forest did against Liverpool. You sit in, you try and counter. You don't just go gung-ho like this and then say, oh, it's all on Levy. Mate, I just don't get it. I don't get how anyone is watching this manager and says, you know what? Yeah, this is the guy to take our club forward. At at 2-0, how has he not changed the style? At 3-1, how has he not changed it at half time? At 4-1, how has he not changed it? At 5-1, how has he not changed it? Michael, you got me there, mate. Oh, Michael. Lord, the football Lord, give me strength. Ian, you know I hate Levy and Enoch. I'm not saying they're not at fault for this football club, but the manager's sitting and watching this and not trying, he's not adapting, he's not changing tactics. He's just sitting there and watching this. Here's Solanke, thinks the ball through. Is Kulu. Spurs have got one back. It's 5-2. I'm not even bothered. Spurs have got one back. I just can't. I don't know how to get excited about this football club anymore. The ball was dinked through by Solanke. Kulu's volleyed it in. I just want all of this to be over now. The ball flicked up. Good idea by Solanke. The ball flicked up. Van Dijk tried to clear it, didn't, and then a good swivel volley from Kulusevski. He watched it come down well. He continues his good scoring form, and it's 5-2. And this is what are we doing here? What? This is just end-to-end nonsense in every game we play. Now Liverpool's turn to attack. As you said before the game, yeah, he's told us he doesn't want to change it. This is what I mean. He's literally told everyone, Scott, that he won't change the way we play. And people are going, give him time. Give him time. Give him a few more. What are we doing? It's a rebuild. We're getting worse and worse and worse. Mate, could be. No, Tristan, no. I'm not entertained. I'm not entertained at all. Listen, as I said, we can blame the owners for a lot of things, but you've got to set up against the best team in the country better than this. You've got to. Look how Forest set up against them. Fulham, Newcastle. You can't be this wide open. Spurs down the left-hand side is Jed Spence, but another tackle by Szoboszlai, and it's gone out for a corner kick to Tottenham. Yeah, if we hadn't conceded the last 4, we'd be winning. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is end-to-end nonsense, isn't it? That's what this is. It's end-to-end nonsense. Oh, dearie me. Here's Kulu out on the right-hand side. He gives it to Basuma. Liverpool have dropped off now. Liverpool have dropped off. I mean, they don't need any more goals, do they? And that ball over the top summed it up, didn't it? Big up to Leon King. I said our fans are a disgrace, accepting of mediocrity. Look, I just think there's so many problems at this football club. There's so many problems, mate. And listen, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I don't know I don't know how anyone watches this gung-ho nonsense and possibly thinks that this manager is going to be the guy to change it or make us better. I don't expect us to be winning the league, but I do expect us to be doing. Oh my God, they're through again. They're through again. Keeper's come off his line. It's through again. And it's over the bar. Could have been 6. Could have been 6-2. Diaz got it completely wrong that time. Big up Leon King. Thank you very much. Dr. Tottenham's PA has said at least Mason can defend. He's in next. I'm at the stage where I'd rather Mason to the end of the season. Honestly, I can't tell you, if you haven't guessed, guys and girls, I can't tell you just how bad I think this manager is. Talk to me about winning trophies all you want. This is just horrendous. Oh, my gosh. We've lost 8 of 17 games, nearly 50%. What's our next game? Is it Forest away? So still 15 odd minutes to go, plus injury time. Liverpool are not flooding forward like they were, but they do break every now and then. Like now, here's Gravenberch. He goes out wide. Liverpool got space again here. Here's Soboslai into Alexander-Arnold. He dinks it into the box. This time it's defended. And Spurs can bring it clear. No, Bergval's given the ball away. Liverpool again building another attack. Here's McAllister. Given away this time. Really well worked back by Kulu. Kulu's driving forward. What's he got in the tank? It's a free kick. Kulu did well there. Kulu did well. I think him and... You know, I saw videos earlier from YouTubers saying how Spurs beat Liverpool. All of this tactical insight and knowledge. Video complete. I don't think he will be. I would absolutely sack him on the whistle. I would sack him right now if I was Daniel Levy. No. I just don't know. I don't know about Spurs. I don't know. Liverpool playing it out the back. Cool, calm, collected. Now playing through on non-existent midfield. Now Diaz down the left. Goes inside to Jota. He cuts in. Bergval's fouled him. Bergval is going to get a yellow card. I think that's 1 or 2 he's done today so far. The Bergval getting a yellow card. I feel sorry for the kid coming into this game. You wouldn't want to come into this game. Oh, Dan, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Please do keep smashing that like button. Please keep subscribing if you haven't already. Please don't forget. We've got the Spurs review at 7:30. It's going to be lively, people. Lumen, I can't keep answering this question every time. I really can't. I'm not going to keep discussing it with you. You seem really obsessed with me doing that. I've given my reasons. Oh, the ball swung in and it's over the bar. I thought he was in there. Thought he was in. If you were a player in the transfer market looking at these tactics, would you want to sign and play this? Would anyone really? If you were a midfielder or a centre-back and Ange rings you up and says, I want you to join this, wouldn't you look at these tactics and go, nah, you're going to make me look shit. No. We are 8 points behind Nottingham Forest. 8 points behind Nottingham Forest. They're in again here. Liverpool across goal. Good save, Forster. Good save. It was nearly 6. But that's because the project was a made-up word that fans use to make themselves feel better. There is no project. Just unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable what we're witnessing. Actually, no, it's not unbelievable what we're witnessing. So 10 minutes to go. Stevie boy, absolutely. Hang on, a corner kick whipped in. It's gone over everyone. It's gone all the way out to Soberslide. He hits it. He's got another chance. Oh my gosh, clear. This time cleared by Basuma. I tell you what, Liverpool could have had 10 here. They could have had 12 if we're going to be completely honest. And that's going to be a free kick by on Kulu by Luis Diaz. Stevie boy, that the best comment of the day. Yes, absolutely. On the plus side, I do have a lovely tan. And now Timo Werner's coming on. Timo Werner's coming on. Well done, Mike Zappa. Yes, the support for this nonsense is embarrassing. How many do we need to let in for this Ange cult to turn? Mate, they won't. They love him so much. You watch, it will now change from Ange is brilliant, watch what he does to he ain't got the players. You watch, it will change. Because they're all wrong, it will change. Ian, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Completely agree with you. Here's Jed Spence, one of the ones who can hold his head high, I would say. Here's Timo Werner down the left, cuts in on his right, goes backwards to Basuma, Basuma to Spence, out wide. Bergvall is now out wide on the left. The ball's headed across. We've scored again. It's 5-3. I don't know how. We've scored again, 5-3. Is this football? This is basketball. Spurs have scored again. Absolutely crazy. Tottenham 3, Liverpool 5. What? This is madness. This means in the last... Let's have a look. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with any of this. 5-3. Tottenham. Tottenham. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? To be fair, Solanke was slipping as he went down, though. Got the touch. Really good finish. And Spurs, we're making it look a little bit respectable. But now, oh, hang on. Here's Liverpool on the counter-attack. This is not football, is it? This is basketball. There's the ball by Diaz. Diaz with a shot low down, saved by Forster. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold, whips it across, and now Yotta's headed over the bar. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is mental. We can't defend for Toffee. We can score goals, but we can't defend for Toffee. Here's Timo Werner. He's going to try and take on Alexander-Arnold. Gomez goes over there and supports him. Tottenham, we couldn't, could we? We couldn't. Oh my gosh. What on earth do they work on in training? What on earth do we work on in training? Absolutely. This is Ozzy Ardiles vibes. Dan, I find it. I think we're funny. I think we're a laughing stock. I truly think we're a laughing stock. We've had to go 5-1 down to start playing. Like, that is absolutely mad. Here's Dragosine. There's the ball over the top. Porro plays the ball through. Cleared by Liverpool this time. And Liverpool, oh my God, they've got another counter-attack. This is mad. This is mad. Here's Jota. Jota goes across to Soboslai. He plays it across to Salah. Salah plays it into Diaz. Diaz shoots. It's 6-3. It's 6-3. This game, I don't even know anymore. Tottenham Hotspur have conceded 6 goals at home. I mean, if we don't laugh, we have to cry, right? This is an absolute annihilation. This is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And there are people, do you know what? I can't wait for debate Savva tomorrow night for all the people to come on and tell me how I've been so bloody right every time. I'll just But before I change the scoreboard, I'm just checking there was, yeah, he's onside. I think he's onside. I think he's onside there. I can't see. And Darwin Núñez is coming on for 5 minutes. He fancies a goal as well. I mean, what are we doing? Spurs have conceded, am I right, 6, 10, 13 goals in 3 games. 13 goals in 3 home games. What are we doing? What are we doing? 13 in 3. What are we doing? Oh, please, please sack this manager, please. They're, they're taking off Diaz and Salah. They're bringing on Núñez and Elliott. Oh, there's 673 of you watching. Please smash the like button. We should be at 500 likes. We're nowhere near. And smash the subscribe button as we try and get to 15K ASAP. Liverpool have scored 6 at White Hart Lane. Hang on, here's Werner. Werner's going down the line. Can we get to 6-4? Werner's cross. He's come over. And it's... Guys, I can't be angry anymore. Here's Kulu. Lays it off to Porro. Porro. He's shooting Kulu. Here's Johnson. Good save. It was nearly 6-4. This is mad. Here's Spence. There's Werner with a ball high to the back post. It's been cleared. Oh, John, I know it's a disgrace, but I have to laugh. I'm at the stage where everything we've said about Ange and Spurs has come true. No. There is never a reason for conceding 6 goals at home. Guys, has anyone else conceded 6 goals at home this season? Can anyone let me know? In the Premier League, has anybody else conceded 6 goals at home? I don't know if they have. Could somebody please let me know? There's a ball whipped into the box and that Liverpool on the break. We've won it back. Mental. Wolves did they? Yeah, Wolves. Thank you. Wolves did. Yeah, Wolves. Spurs and Wolves. Oh, mate, it is, Louis. It is laughable. It is laughable. It is. What do you do? What do you do with this? Like, what do you do with this? They're through again. Here's Darwin Núñez. They can't get 7, can they? Here's Darwin Núñez. He's taken on Dragoshin. He's pulled it back. And good defending that time from Dragoshin. And it's a... Oh, the ball didn't go out. This is just lunacy. This is lunacy. Yeah, Ron, I was talking about this season. But yeah, we did lose to... Yeah, I was talking about this season. Mate, this is just utterly shambolic. The ball's gone over to Szoboszlai. He's doing a few keepy uppies. There's the ball over the top. Szoboszlai. This is surely we're not going to concede a 7. Even Spurs can't concede 7, can we? We're all right at the moment. I wouldn't, unless this manager is sacked, I would not give this manager a penny. I would not give him a loan signing. I would not give this manager a thing apart from his P45. There is no way. The fans are singing the manager's name and we've conceded 6 goals at home because of his tactics. Wow. Wow. Talk about having what we deserve. Wow. 5 minutes of injury time. There's enough time for both teams to grab another goal, isn't there? I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what has to happen. I don't know what has to happen. Make yourselves hard to beat. This is the best team in the league. Make yourselves hard to beat. Bobby, is this what makes you laugh? 6 isn't enough. It needs to be 7 for him to be sacked. It's mental, isn't it, mate? It's absolutely mental. What's the difference between 6 and 7? What is the difference? Bergvall is, I tell you what, he's got to be careful here. This is mad. This is absolutely mad. Fans still like this manager. This has been utterly, utterly dreadful. Guys, I don't know what to say. I genuinely do not know what to say about how bad this manager is. We've turned into a cult. The club has turned into a cult. He can't do any wrong. Honestly, he can't do anything. He can't do anything wrong. Yeah, Liverpool have stopped going forward now. I think they're happy with their 6. Honestly, I truly think so. Any other manager who's had the last 14 months and plays like this gets sacked, and fans would hate them. But no, not us. The good news is there's less than 3 minutes to go. Theo, absolutely. Absolutely. I said it. We are a social experiment. Bobby, exactly. This is how we set up. That's the worrying thing. $23 goals in all off. Wow. Oh, hang on. They're coming forward again here. Here's Darwin Núñez. I mean, Liverpool could just run it to the corner, but I don't know if they want another goal. mate. Yeah, he just needs time. Liverpool now are just playing keep ball, by the way. That's why I've stopped commenting. Liverpool are just playing keep ball. They don't need a 7th. Here's Kulu. Spurs, we might push for a 4th. And Brennan Johnson, in true Brennan Johnson form, gives the ball away. And Liverpool, are they going to go forward? Or, oh my God, they're going to go forward. Oh my God, Liverpool are going to come forward again with 1 minute to go. Liverpool, they can't, can they? Oh, it's a corner to Liverpool. This is ridiculous. How can we be this wide open? How? Luis Diaz has got man of the match. 2 goals, 7 shots, 5 on target, 2 chances created. Oh, wow. Wow. Surely after this, that we have to switch. We have to surely start seeing people wanting this guy gone. And Liverpool make a mess of the corner. I think, please, ref, blow the whistle. Ref, blow this bloody whistle. The ref has blown the whistle. He's put us. Has he? No, he hasn't. Please, ref, blow the whistle. The ref has blown the whistle. Liverpool have come to White Hart Lane and absolutely battered us. Another 20 plus goals, 20 plus shots on our goal. 6 conceded are just. What do you do? What do we do now in this state, guys? What do we do? Liverpool have just stuck 6 past us. I don't know what to say. Let's have a look at our goals now. Tottenham Hotspur have now conceded 25 goals. I don't know how many teams. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Guys and girls, this should be a fun one. 5 words to sum that up. 5 words. 5 words while I do some super chats. I will shamelessly ask, there's 750 of you in here at the moment. Please do smash the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 15K ASAP. Please do smash the like button as well. Both of those things are free. Only 388 likes. A positive, Tottenham is the only club scored 3 goals against Liverpool this season. I mean, yes, there is that. Jonas said, Ange, got to go. 5 words, just who we are. You are all delusional. We were always going to get flogged this game. Take the loss and move on. Oh, shut up. I'll say that straight away. Shut up. Not a bad game, to be honest. It's what we all thought it would be. But what? No, I didn't think it should be 6-3. No. Yes, lots of are you not entertained? It's mad, isn't it? It's absolutely mad. Liverpool have come to Tottenham Hotspur, haven't won for 2 games in the league, Liverpool, and stuck 6 past us. I just don't. Yes, Desiree, I said, get him gone, pretty please. He's got to go. He's got to go. You watch, he'll win the next game. And then everyone will go, see, Ange is back. It's just madness. 5 words, definite proof. Ange must go. Oh, it's Joe. I said, Stell should be embarrassed picking 2-6. How can he not foretell that third one? Stell did say 6-2, didn't he? Stell did say 6-2. Oh, my God. Max Ryder said, people said there's no chance of relegation. Wait a sec. 4 points above. We're not 4 points above relegation. That's not true. At the moment, we are 11 points above relegation. But I mean, we are 8 points. We are 8 points off the top 4. We are 8 points behind Nottingham Forest. We've won 2 of our last 6 Premier League games. We have conceded 13 goals in 3 home games. It was shocking. That was bloody shocking, mate. Absolutely. Big up to Morton Barley, who said sack him before the cup tie with ease. Absolutely. He's got to go. He's got to be sacked. This is just, it's unacceptable. If fans are backing this now, they are surely backing failure. Surely at this stage. Big up to you, Gary. Much love, mate. Big up to Dietrich, who said, Savva, are you not entertained? Be positive. Yeah, big up to you, Dietrich. Listen, Jamie Carragher is on my screen at the moment. Everything he said midweek was absolutely spot on about Spurs. Everything he said was spot on. And then you got people going, what does Jamie Carragher know? Apparently everything. Thank you for those that have just subscribed. We're motoring towards, look, guys and girls, this is where we are. Please, we're going to try and get to, can you see that? 14,613. We're going to try and get as close to 15K as possible. So please do smash that button. The Workers' Reading Room has said Ange might as well have played a different keeper in the second half. Mate, it's madness, isn't it? My ballers, Kulu and Solanke scored, so at least I'm winning in life. George has said he's got to go. Absolutely embarrassing, said Nicola. I can't disagree with you. I mean, Palace conceded 5 to Arsenal, and we were laughing at them yesterday. Fans were laughing at them. And now all of a sudden, we've conceded 6 at home. Alan has said, let's be honest, Liverpool stopped playing at 5-1. It should have been a cricket score. Absolutely. We cannot be conceding 6 goals at home. Thank you for this, Chloe. He said the nightmare before Postecoglou. Sack him now. Give Spurs fans a Christmas present. Tony said, which one of our players make the Liverpool squad or even the bench? Well, not when we play like that, they don't. That's for sure. Big up to my man Mari inside the house. How you doing, brother? He said, bottom half on Boxing Day for the first time in 16 years. Most goals, 6 given up in 27 years. Ange out. Listen, Mari, you know my feelings, mate. I've been banging this drum for well over a year, as have you, as has Stel, as has Danny. Many of us have been banging this drum. We keep being told that we're the negative, toxic fans. This is what we get for having this manager. It's bad. Paul said we're going to blame Levy for the defending. Listen, I blame Levy for many things, but when you are playing Liverpool, right? I mean, they're showing the Premier League table. I'll come back to this. They're showing the Premier League table. Tottenham are 11th with 23 points from 17 games. I mean, if I'm not wrong, this will average out at roughly 50 points over the year. Absolutely shocking from Ange. Big up Spurs CC. What was our field tilt? Oh, mate, we are 16 points off Liverpool after 17 games. It's absolutely crazy. I genuinely don't know how anyone likes this manager. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think he is dreadful. Fellow mud brother, big up Sam. Listen, I think we've let Man United off. We're all laughing. You've lost 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. And then we go and let in 6. I agree. Another one. He just looks awful. Colin, it's going to cost me a fortune to get away from this crap. R1 has said, first time Spurs have conceded 6 at home in 27 years. 2 Spurs in the second half of the table at Christmas in 16 years. Mate, it is absolutely embarrassing. Seb, he wants Ange in. Good luck to that one. Trust the process. Yeah, I'm not sure what the process is. I'm not sure what the process is anymore. I'm embarrassed to support Tottenham right now. Sorry. Scored more goals than any team in the league. Yeah, and bottom half. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Tottenham have scored 39 goals, and yet we are bottom half. We've lost 3 of our last 4 Premier League games. Bobby, so that's the first time I've ever turned a game off. That's where we are as a club right now. Guys, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. We need a poll. The poll is this simple. Start a poll. Sack Ange or not? Right, it's really simple. Sack Ange or not? Yeah, yes or no? Sack Ange or not? There we go. There's a poll in the chat. Let me know what you think. Theo said, would Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, or any big team put up with this insanity? No. This is the thing. They wouldn't put up with this insanity. Mex Ryder said almost a 50% loss record. It's truly embarrassing. Jordan has said, Ange, he's a clown. Absolutely. It is mad. Lord has said, Savva, Ange is still deploying the exact same plan as game week 1. He's not changing, is he? This is what I don't get. People keep saying, give him time. He's going to learn. He's going to adapt. Come on, guys and girls, smash that subscribe button. We're moving towards 15K. Scoring 3 goals at home and still losing by 3. That's Ange ball. Absolutely. Lots of people saying Son is done. Yeah, 13 goals conceded at home in the last 3 games. 4 against Chelsea, 3 against United, 6 against Liverpool. It's absolutely shocking. Anthony wants to know how fans are still backing Ange. Video complete. I'm at the stage where I'd let my wife manage Spurs. I forget Potter. I'm at the stage where I would take Ryan Mason to the end of the season. This manager is one of the worst I've ever seen. It is shocking. Mex Ryder said, sack Ange now. We're in relegation form. It's not going to get better. Let's have a little look at the poll, shall we? So far, 300 votes, 78% want him out. We still keep voting. The other 22% must have the patience of a saint. I'm done. I can't do this shite anymore, says Tintin 61. Didn't we lose 7-1 to Newcastle? Yeah, but that was away, wasn't it? John, I completely agree. Groucho, I would agree. I'd listen. I don't know what could be worse. 7 wins and 8 losses. It is absolutely shocking. Please do. We're going to go for another 10 minutes. So smash the poll. Let's see. So far, 326 votes. 79% want him out. 79%. 21% still want him in. Those 21%, my hat's off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. Mr. AJ, how you doing, man? I said, Savva, once we conceded that 6th goal, these fans are singing that stupid Ange Postecoglou song. This is the effing problem. This is embarrassing. We got humbled again. I agree. But we don't, I don't even want to say we don't deserve anything, but how are we backing a manager that plays tactics like that? How could he not see after the first 2 goals how wide open we are? And then just lets them counter us time and time and time and time again. Someone's telling me it's 25 shots in the game. Let me know if that's right. Clara said, I never cheered any of our goals. It's not a football club anymore, a joke. It's getting hard, isn't it? It's getting hard to support it. It's embarrassing. We are a laughingstock. Yet again, this football club is a laughingstock. I mean, I'm not really sure what that's got to do with anything. We're now 6 years down the line. I think a lot has happened. Ange out, absolutely, Aaron. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Tom 81, fantastic defensive display. Managing to keep it down to only 6. Simply magnificent from Postecoglou and the coaching staff. Oh, Dan, listen, I'm going to see you tonight on the Spurs review. We've got a lot to talk about. Same fans who moaned that people wanted us to lose City last season to stop Arsenal winning the league defend Ange today. Mate, it's mad. True Blue said, Savva, you've been one of the few saying Sonny's not world class years ago. But listen, it is what it is. Yeah, absolutely. We're 11th. I don't know what more evidence anyone needs to see. I don't look how many games we're losing. Thank you for the 5 or so people that just subscribed. Let's see if we can get a few more. Let's see if we can get a few more subscribers before the show ends. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, but there's a way to do it. Listen, absolutely shocking from Tottenham Hotspur again. So far in the poll, we are 415 415 votes, 78% want him out at the moment. 22% of Gooners must be. Guys, girls, listen. I am going to, we will be live in an hour for the Spurs review. Join me and my 4 or 5 guests as we talk all things Spurs. We'll look back at this shit show of a performance. Please join us then. Thank you, everybody, for all your likes. Thank you, Video Complete. You said Potter, Allegri, Turgid, Sari, anyone. Video Complete, anyone. I'll take Mo Salah's on the TV. I'll take him as manager. I think we are that bad. I've never seen a team so wide open as Tottenham Hotspur. It's just embarrassing. Guys, girls, take care. We'll see you in an hour. Please join us for the Spurs review. And I'm going to say it with no qualms. Ange Postecoglou out. Out, out, out. See you later, everyone. Take care.